Welcome, lovely people. PlayStation, and we are on the US server, and we're going to be doing my first live base tour, which I'm a little bit excited about because it feels like I've had this list of bases to look at for such a long time, and you guys know how much I enjoy seeing your guys' bases, and it's been a little bit tricky for me to be able to create videos about it recently just because of how much content these developers put into the game for us to play through. I don't have enough time in the day, but because you guys have voted in that you are comfortable, the majority of you, with me doing base tours as live streams, I'm going to start doing that, and this one is going to be the first one. I'm excited about it particularly because I know the person who has made this base. So Smoove is the creator. He's also known as Rill, I think, one of his other characters, if I'm not mistaken. His bases are amazing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. Now, he does have two queued up ready for me to see. One of them is called the Art Studio, and then the one we're seeing today, which is called TheSearch ForStarro. But unfortunately, because of the shadowing issue that we've seen on quite a few bases, particularly if you're a PlayStation 4 player, I'm not willing to jump into see one of his bases where the shadows are a very important part of the style for his base. So I don't want to go and look at ones where we're not going to get the full effect of what the person who's created it is going for. So I won't be going and looking at that one until I'm 100% sure it's going to look correct for me. So we're just going to look at the one today. But I will say, for the majority of people, if you do have two bases on my list, I'm happy to tour both in one live stream so that we can see things that are from both of you. Sorry, two things that are from you. But I will try to keep all of my base tour videos completely separated so that basically if you have a base that you want me to see, you can go to one live stream and see it. You're not going to have to scroll through or try and find it in a large live stream that makes it a little bit more complicated for people to find their particular base, just so everyone is aware. But today we will look at one. And then, for the next time, we'll go and look at other people's bases. Maybe it'll be two. The rotation will also be that we start in the list. So I have all of my lists up on Discord, a couple of my other socials, and over here on my channel, though it is quite far back in the posts. After today, I do plan to fix my list and update it because it is a little old. The ones who are at the top of the list are bases that I have already seen. So I want to make sure we don't have that issue. If someone could say yes in the chat for me to let me know that you can hear me, that would be lovely. If you're having issue with hearing me and you can't hear me and I see nothing though, I will turn on the volume of my video and then we will go from there and see if I can hear it through my screen here, but hopefully it's all good. So let's get to base touring and have a look at what we can see just after I've confirmed that I can be heard, which at the moment I have no messages coming up in the chat. Which, I mean, this is a very random time of the day to do a live stream. The fact that anyone is here is good, but I have no messages coming through. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn up the volume so I can hear myself.
Anyone is here is good.
Yay! Okay, we can hear me. All right, so I just want to make sure it's set so that I can hear, so that I can read every message. There we go. All right, beautiful. So today we're going to go and have a look at Smoove's base. So let's go across and have a look at it, shall we? I'm a little bit excited because I love looking at bases and it's been just, a little bit of time. Oh, also I will let people know, if you have got a base tour ready for me and I skip it in my list, it's because you haven't given me access. So there's a couple of, I've rewritten a list of ones that I can do as a live stream. And as I went through, I checked to test whether or not I had access with this character, or if there was another character that they gave access to, I would test it with that character. Unfortunately, I have skipped 3 different people because I don't have access to their base. Now, this could be intentional because they don't want me to do it as a live tour, which if that's the case, just leave it so that I don't have access until I'm back to doing videos again. That's perfectly fine. It could also be something that was accidental and you gave the wrong character access or you forgot. If that's the case, give me access again and then just send me a message somewhere. Make sure I reply to that message. If I've replied, I've written down the information and it will be fine. Oh, really? My mom said had to wait for the ads to end. How many ads did you get? Isn't it amazing how many ads we get in live streams at the moment? It's like crazy. I went quickly onto Multiverse's live stream this morning because I couldn't attend, and I had about 4 ads before I could actually start writing in the chat and could hear it. So that was not fun. Anyway, let's head across to his base. if we can find it. Smoove. So Art Studio is the one we're going to leave for the moment till we're 100% sure the shadows are correct. So today we're going to look at TheSearch ForStarro, which, I mean, it does sound quite cool. I'm going to try and do that thing that I do in videos where I don't look at the screen and I turn it away so that I get the full view with you guys. But if I do that, you guys still see it now because I can't blur it. Okay. I don't know what I'm seeing here. I'm going to just zoom right in. All right. Okay, now I'm looking at the screen. I see my character in front of a bookcase. Oh, I love the sound. He's got the gothic bass. Oh, the music is so nice in this one. All right, let's zoom out and have a look around. Now, Search ForStarro, I'm curious if this is based off of something specific in DC, like a particular building or area like that, or if he's done something completely creative on his own, which, I mean, honestly, his bases are always beautiful, so I'm really looking forward to seeing all of this. So we've got the bookcase right near the entrance there, and we can see the carpet. Oh, I'm in a little alcove. Oh, it's so cute. I like this spot. And the purple flowers, the correct color of flower, the best color of flower, obviously. But that's really nice. And I also like the way you've got the bookcase across here because you give us clear and obvious division of rooms. We're also going to make sure I check the ceiling because I don't want to miss anything, but it does look like he's put some lamps and things around that are actually the ones that are meant to go outside. They look really, really good indoors, though. They're beautiful. Very, very nice. Oh, look at the Starro wall. Wait, that's two pieces clipped together. Oh, he's so clever. It looks so good. Oh, I will say there's probably going to be a couple of times where I'm going to have to zoom in and out and you'll get like some really annoying visuals. I'm very sorry because normally Future Laura cuts those out for me. But when we're live, we can't do that. So I apologize if I end up looking through pieces of furniture and things. It's not intentional. But man, it's so pretty. Oh, he did such a good job. He always does. Oh, look, another cute little alcove. Darn it, how am I supposed to pick a favorite area? Because I don't know how many people are aware, but at the end of looking at a house, or base, sorry, wrong game. I was thinking house because of Palia. But I always choose a favorite location inside of the base, and I already love this one and the first one, so I don't know. But the way that you put the bookcases so that they're clipping into the floor so it looks like they're standing on the floor rather than on the wall is really clever too. I like your brain. You have a very nice brain. Does that sound like a bizarre compliment? I think it does. This is one of my favorite carpets in the game too that he's utilizing here. And again, a little sitting area. It's like we're in a library, right? A very pretty library, which, I mean, I'm building one as well. And darn it if I don't go into your guys' bases, see what you guys do for libraries and different labyrinths. And I get so annoyed with myself because mine is nothing by comparison. You guys do such a better job than I do, so I love this. I'm probably going to nab some ideas. Look at the Starro things on the wall. He's clipped pieces everywhere to get this effect. I love it. You're so clever! Also, the way you've disguised that amenity is really, really nice, too. That's actually one of my favorite wardrobes, too. I think is it called Dark something? I don't recall, but it's very, very nice, and a very, very nice size for clipping inside of that amenity, so it's hidden. Hello, Isis! How's it going? She's very quiet when she's got no other cats to fight with. That's fair. We've got an Atlantean table. Hey, does this go like around? Oh, it does. Oh, there's like a little alcove again. This one's creepy though because of the raven and the skull, right? Now my character is see-through. See, this is the stuff I fix up afterwards usually. There we go. It's like, I think it's just a beautiful library. And you can see also he's got the raven hanging above the table there too. That's so good. And you've clipped two lamps into each other in the corner there so that you've got them facing outwards and they look like one piece. Genius. And one of them is flickering. The one that's flickering is near this section too. That makes sense. That makes sense because that's the creepy section. Okay, then we've got the Atlantean table over here, which I really do love. It's one of my favorite tables. I mean, a lot of the Atlantean stuff that they have in the game is my favorite. I love the bookcases. I love the crab pieces that we get with the pearl in the center, which is really, really pretty, particularly the blue one. I need more of those also because I have an Atlantean base where I've got those everywhere and I don't have enough. There's never enough! You've also got the stack of books over there in the corner, so this space looks used. Some of it, like, you've got it very neat and tidy, which is something I don't have any trouble making things look neat and tidy. I do have trouble making things look like they are a used space. So over here where you've got the two seats that are like over each side of the table and everything being like a little bit messy on the table, which I understand is just how the table is. Plus you've got the books over here. It's beautiful! Very, very nice. It always is though. And then you've got, I love the way you've kind of mirrored your alcoves with those bookcases. You've got the same one in this one over here on each side, and you've mirrored it over here, which is nice, and then changed the seats around a little bit. Carpet has been changed too. It looks really, really good. This is another one of my favorite carpets. I think I just have a thing for the ones that look a little bit more detailed and intricate, because I really love this one. They're also a little more rare, so getting them is like a little bit of a, yay, I got it! So that carpet, and yeah, this round one from earlier, aren't they just so pretty? They're so pretty. I will say I'm probably going to be utilizing a lot of the ones that we've just received for Valentine's Day, just because there's so many of them and they're quite easy to get, but I'm waiting for the discount to come back so that I can get it at that better price next year, you know? Oh, hello! We have people. Hello. I'm so sorry. I realize that's going to sound funny to anyone who's not here live, but I was not expecting there to be many people who could join me because I know what time of day it is for everybody else. This is why I knew that my live streams were going to be a little bit sporadic during this period of time. But for me, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I know for the majority of people in the US, this is like 2 a.m. and most people are sleeping, so understandable. But it's lovely to see we've got Junior and Danielle both here, and my mum, who is always here with me. So hello, guys. It's nice to see you. Oh, we have more of the bookcase. Now, these ones he's risen up a little bit higher on the wall, so this feels a little bit different to the alcoves because these look like wall-mounted ones, whereas the alcove ones, they do look like they're standing on the ground. But I think the way you've utilized them in pairs as well makes it, I don't know, seem consistent across all of your base. And you've got the little chair with the lamp there too. So if someone does grab something out of there to read, they can chill out in that chair and read under a lamp, which is very nice. Junior said 1 a.m. here is all good earlier today. Oh, he slept. I slept earlier today. Sorry, I can't see that part because the little heart that comes up on the, I don't know, bottom right-hand side whenever I'm live streaming blocks some of the text, and I can't remove it. Yeah, Danielle says symmetrical. It is. So I can't get close enough, can I, if I go here? Yeah, it's very symmetrical on here and then over on this side as well and in the other alcove. He's done really, really nice with the symmetry, which it's something that I do, but I do it chronically to the point where it makes my bases look too neat and not utilized. This looks utilized to me, which I really like. It does help that he has used the Gothic base, which has the tiles that look like they are worn, dirty potentially a little bit, so it looks like people have been walking through here. All right, let's go. Ooh, music section. There's too many sections, different places to go. All right, we'll try and stay towards the front and work our way back, but now I really want to go to that music section and play some music. So my character can dance. Oh, I like this room. This is nice. Look, oh, I love that too. The way you've clipped the pieces together. He's got the starrows like inside of the city. Oh, that's genius. Okay, I shouldn't block it with my character's head, even though, you know, my character is very, very attractive and we all like looking at her. We don't need to do that when we're looking at a base. Those pieces clipped together are so clever. I love that. Genius. Genius. Oh, I love his brain. And the lamps are still running through. And again, check the ceiling. We've got to check the ceiling because we all know what I'm like, missing the ceiling. On the bright side, if I miss anything on the ceiling, Future Laura finds it and adds it in later. But she's not here today, so I can't screw it up and make any mistakes. Oh, wow. Is that picnic tables joined together? The amount of clipping. No, I think it's the work tables. Hang on, let my character get around. If we pull back, does it go see-through? Darn it! I hate how it goes see-through. Okay, wait, we'll stand here. See how he's got the two tables together, and he's put a starrow table through and underneath that's clipping there? It's not the easiest thing to see, which I think is intentional. We're not supposed to realize it's a separate table, but the way you've got it clipped through looks fantastic. I love that. And again, you've made it feel used. The mismatched chairs that are on an angle really, really works well in here. And then the stack of books again. Oh, and the book on the floor. I've never seen that piece. If I have seen that piece, I have no idea where because I don't remember. But that looks great. I didn't even know you could get an open book on the ground. Ah, I love it. Okay, then we've got the couch and the pedestal off to the side there, which again, it makes it feel like this room is being used. And again, good choice of carpet. I also really love that you've got different carpets running through because it gives me a very good sense of which areas are separated from other areas. I mean, you have walls running as well, but I don't know, it just sections it off when you use a carpet like that. And I'm very notorious for using the same one all the way through. So the fact that you've got different ones and it's working so well, I love it. And they don't clash with each other either because of how separated they are. Then you've got this little workbench. I like this little work table. This one's cute, isn't it? And you've got the fancy dark chairs. My favorite dining chairs in the game are these black ones. Oh, sorry. I just flicked my microphone. So also a very good choice. This seems a little bit more formal too. Like someone very serious sits at that particular table. All right, then, okay, he's blocked up the top of the staircase with bookcases here, which I really like too, because once again, we get that clear separation of rooms, and you can see that we've got 2 rooms, one on each side of this, which I really like as well. So we have a sitting area with a lot of music, apparently. I think the one behind there activates. It does. Yay! It's a dancing space. Oh, darn it, I just realized. There's a harp. I wonder if the harp has music, because if the harp does and it's one of the activatable ones, I would have preferred that music because it's so pretty. But I must admit, her dancing just does go for this music a little bit more. Also, really nice choice of chandelier above. Right, we can see that. That's pretty. I like that one for here too. Also, color coordinated. You've definitely chosen a blue couch that goes with the carpet in this room. You're good at this. I mean, I knew he was going to be good. He always does an absolutely brilliant job with every base that he has made that I have seen. I've seen a couple on Achika's channel, and then I have seen some myself on his other character, which I believe is Rill, and he always does fantastic. Hey, so true. Junior said summer music, and she's literally vibing with summer, so it's accurate, you know? It makes sense for her. But I am curious if the harp... Oh, no, it's not. We didn't miss anything, guys. The harp is not the activatable one. So that is fair. Let's go in here with the, again, the correct color of flowers, Pebble. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. Okay, you know, there's a room that you can do when you do a load-in for Earth 3 where the entire room is just covered in screens all over the walls, and every time I'm in that room, I hesitate to leave for a minute because I just want to look at it because of how chockers it is and how beautiful it is. This reminds me of that, but prettier because it's like all the bottled cities. You've used the artillery sphere in there as well, and I love the way you've got the globe and the telescope looking through the window where you have clipped another Starro piece. It's like this place is telling the story of what the Starros have done and their destructive... Like, you've got them clipping through tables. You've got them clipping through that display that we saw earlier where it's literally inside of the domed city. Sorry, inside of the glass-cased city. And now we can see a Starro in space. Oh, is he not just brilliant? He's so brilliant. Look how many bottled cities it is as well. I can speak English, I promise. Just not consistently, apparently, but so many bottled cities. Okay, this room's winning. I was like, how am I going to pick a favorite room in here? But honestly, this is the favorite room so far. It's so cool. He's even got like the other 2 globes in the background there. One of them that's destroyed and the other one that is just the Earth. It's so well done. The fact that you've even used some of the spring plants up on the wall behind to give it more, in my opinion, it seems like it's more of an impression of more planets, worlds, or something beyond, rather than actually just decorative plants that are on there. It's so good. Oh, I love his brain. He just always makes everything look so fantastic. I'm not jealous, okay? I just wish I could do this, because I definitely cannot do the same thing that he does. He's wired differently. So many of you are. You're so wired well in the brain that everything comes out beautiful. It's so good. Danielle said, Laura gonna get lost. I might. We shall see. So far it hasn't happened, but it could. And if I do, we all know that Danielle predicted it first. Junior said, that room reminds me of Doctor Strange Sanctum. I mean, yeah. Isn't it so cool? I just want to spend all day in there, but I shouldn't, because there's more base to see, I assume. But this is beautiful. So well done. And so smart, this particular on the wall. I know it seems like simple because it's 2 pieces together, but that with the telescope inside of this environment is so clever. Just beautiful. Oh, I love it. Now, I think we can clearly see that this is the way we're meant to go. I'll laugh if we step through and there's nothing on the other side, because as I do when I create videos of this, I don't look without you guys. I like to see it fresh with you guys, because I think it's more fun. So, and also usually that means future Laura has more content to edit and make jokes about, but not on this occasion. So if there's nothing beyond, that's fine, but I suspect there will be because of the way he's blocked it off. Oh my goodness, it's heaps. It's heaps. Okay, that's beautiful the way you've done that too. I'm guessing there's a room behind this side. So on the outside here, he's used one of the library walls without an entry. But if we go through here, it looks like he's using it as a room. So let's go inside and see. We're going to have to zoom like really close to my character to see in here. Okay. Oh, no! Surrounded by Starros. Oh my goodness, there's so many in here. There's like all around on the ground. We've got one there, one there, one there. I don't like this room. I feel like she's surrounded. And look at the red lights. And I feel like my character is in danger. He also has clipped the curtain. Look at that. He's clipped the curtain in behind there. It's got to be the ceiling hanging one. And he's put it through the library wall, but close enough that it looks like it's dangling from the inside of there. So it's a similar color to what we have on the walls over here. Oh, and the ceiling. This is a scary, scary room. I don't like it. And he's got the red light directly onto the Starro on the wall. I feel like I should leave. Just does it not feel a little bit sinister in there? I don't know. I know they're inside of domes, but just a little bit sinister. I don't like it. No. That is my least favorite room so far. Not because it's not done well, because it absolutely is, but because it feels like my character's surrounded by evil. How does Multiverse say it? Evil. I can't do it. He has a cadence that just I don't have. Then we've got a little sitting area out here as well. It's like someone brings you into a bad location and then sits out here to wait. That's what it feels like. I don't like it. I'm probably wrong. That's right. Smoove can correct me on anything that I say, but honestly, that feels like an evil room. All right, look at that. Oh my goodness. Everything looks so cool. I don't know where to go first. I mean, maybe around to the right will go first, just because to the left is more likely to lead to different locations because there's a staircase up and down over there. So we'll go to the right first. But I love this carpet and table used together, which, I mean, they are part of the same set, I believe, Dynasty, or maybe not. I'm not positive, but the colors look really, really good together. And this is another one of my favorite tables. I like the ones that have a bit of clutter, particularly things that look library or mystical are the things that I really like, and that is such a good one for in here. Oh, and these two! The way you've put them together, I would never have thought to have them facing one another. I always use these so that my character is facing the internal part, the part that's in the middle there. And you've got them facing one another. You've clipped a Starro piece through. It feels like we're doing a lot of Starro experimentation in here. He's just a genius, isn't he? He clips things through so well. It's just so well done. I love his brain. I love it. Oh, this would have taken time. Look at that. He's put all of the different pieces of grating on the floor in the correct way that they will, like, stick together for the shape, which is not easy because they're not really designed exactly perfectly to fit together, but somehow he did it. Dude! Oh, this hallway seems sinister too. I love the way you've utilized these pieces to go all the way through here as a wall. I've never used them as a wall before, and now I'm questioning my choices because that looks fantastic, particularly with all that green light at the top there going down here. It feels bad. It feels bad. Like evil is going on, I don't know. Or potentially good experimentation, but just a creepy looking wall because of how dark it is, maybe. Junior said you are being watched. Yeah, apparently. We'll have a look at that on the other side too. He's got the cabinets all the way along the top here, and then the shelving underneath as well that go together because they have the same glass bottles in here. I feel like we're definitely walking into some kind of experimentation room, scientific research maybe. And again, see, this is the table he utilized in the other room where he faced them towards each other that looked amazing, and now I'm going to steal that idea. Because it's brilliant, and it will make it so I can clip things through those two tables together and put it in the center section, and it will look like very, very intentional, and it gives me a lot of space underneath as well. When you put the two tables together to hide a smaller table, it makes it less obvious that there is a smaller table clipping through, which I really love. Oh yeah. Oh, at least I chose the correct way to go, because we clearly can't go further than this room. Oh, this room is so amazing. Okay. He's got the green on the top of these walls running all the way through here, right? That leads to here, where he's used the emotional spectrum piece to put in there so it looks like it's all linked together. We also have a green light over the top of this Starro, which you have clipped brilliantly. Dude, it's clipped in so well. And he's got the table there as well from Spring. Man, this looks great. I love the pool too. The way you've got it clipping into the, I've forgotten what these are called. Emotional spectrum piece is what I said. Color spectrum capsule? I don't remember. But that looks so good together too. So smart. I feel like this laboratory is somewhere I should be careful because these Starros are just kind of out in the open even though they don't look like they're going to move. This feels like a scary place. I don't want to be mind controlled, okay? Then it looks like he is hiding the mainframe behind here by putting more of these walls that look amazing. And he's clipped a table in here too. I believe this table is supposed to be garage garage something equipment. I can't remember, but it works really well in here. And the way you've clipped it into the wall too, I really like. Dude. All the canisters, capsules, barrels, I'm not sure. These pieces that have the hazard stripping on the sides. He's got a bunch of them all around in a circle there, or a semicircle, so that it covers up part of the device that's underneath, but also has the green section of it clipping with those pieces, so they all look like one massive device. I love it. Oh, dude, he's so good at this. I still maintain my favorite space is still the room full of bottled cities. So pretty, but this one is like a close second. It's very clever. He's brilliant. All right, now the part where everything is going to be watching me. This place seems much more magical. Oh, wow, look at the way he's got the eye pillar placed on top of the... what would you call that? The section going a beam across the ceiling? It's not, though, because the ceiling is much higher. So, I don't know. Just that support section from there between the two pillars. Putting that along with the sigil above there looks amazing and very kind of daunting, right? This room seems very imposing to me, particularly with these guys. They're just a lot. I don't like them, but they do look really good together. I'm a little surprised at the order, but I think maybe he's got it in this order because the orange and the yellow are very similar in color, and putting them side by side may have looked like the same one twice. So I do get it, but man. I don't like standing in front of them. I feel like I'm being watched. It's creepy. And the walls are creepy! He's got the creepy Halloween walls with skulls and webs. Yeah, this is more creepy and magical-y over here, I think. Because he's got the walls running all the way around. I think this might... Oh my goodness, there's another room there. Dude, there's too many things! Okay, we'll stick to this little section first and then move that way. And then we'll go upstairs and then we'll go downstairs to try and make sure we follow a clear line and don't miss anything. You've got the runes on the floor along with the sigils. That's so clever too. Oh, this doesn't look good. That looks so pretty. Okay, it's both bad and good, right? You know when something is created and it looks like it's sinister and evil, but it's done so well that it's amazing? That's what that is. He's got the... Is it Mordu pillars around the outside, and he's clipped the pedestal books inside of them so that it looks like there's books around the outside on creepy pedestals. He's matched the same Mordu pedestal thing inside. But that looks so good, especially inside of this pool with the sigils around the outside. This seems sinister. I love it. That's so clever. Darn it, he's so good, and he's got the same pieces used in this. This seems so bad and evil. I even love the way you've got the Atlantean piece on the wall behind there that you've turned to the side so that it looks like it's part of this machine. I mean, if we're looking at it straight on, it looks like the back of it. It doesn't look like a separate piece, and I love that too. He's also got candles. Oh, he's got the candle pieces, and he's used one of the, I think this is the medium rune, magical rune for the floor. We can't really see the blue glowing part, but I think that's intentional. I don't think that's the point. We're supposed to see the white section going around and then see the sigils over the top, and it covers up the pentagram that would have been underneath that goes with those candles, because it's probably not relevant to what's going on in here, and it looks amazing. Oh, and you put fire in that. Oh my goodness. He got a wall-mounted sconce with fire, right? And he has clipped the mystical, I can't remember what piece it is, mystical something that looks kind of like a statue. And he's clipped it right into it so it looks like the fire is coming from it. You're a genius! It's so pretty. I love it. Oh, I don't know what those are meant to be under there, but because they are the occult ones, they seem evil anyway, especially with the spikes they have on top, which actually I think is mirrored in the Mordu little pedestals that we have here, right? They look like they belong in the same set. Oh, you're so clever. Good pieces together. Why are there, I saw one over here, right? We have a disgruntled cat just like sitting here staring at me creepily, and then we go this side and we see him staring at me creepily again. What is happening? Are they the scientists? Did something happen to them? I don't know. Oh, look! Okay. So the front of this section was like, let's research Starro history, right? And then we have like 2 rooms that show some things that have gone on in the history of Starro, my favorite one in particular. You go further back, you end up in science labs, and now we're like in, let's do some magical stuff that is scary and Laura doesn't like. And put it in here, and I can't tell whether this is meant to be the Starros are like trying to work out how to take over different places, but I think not, just because a lot of them are domed. It seems more like people are researching how to stop Starros from attacking. Right? That's what it seems like in here. But by magical means, that seems excessive. Just a little bit. He's clipped 3 separate tables in here to get this look as well, where he's clipped the table in. I need to do more layering. Honestly, the pieces you've put together look like they belong together, and I don't think to do this, and it's genius. This looks amazing. He's also got, I believe that is the hands? Is it? Hang on. We need a closer look. No, I'm not sure what piece he's got. So we have the 3 tables. Then he obviously has the Starro table clipped in there, the one that has the like pin that's holding the Starros up, the same one he used inside of that glass cased city. The piece underneath, I can't tell what it is. I originally thought it was multiple of the hand candles that we can get from Halloween, but it's not. It's not that piece. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be more than one piece though. But we may have to ask Smoove ourselves, because I'm not positive on that one. I don't like the disgruntled cat staring at me. Let's get away from him. All right, so then on this side we have, once again, we have the same table clipped through. Not the same as the last table, but another one of the Starro tables clipped through. I believe this is medium mansion table with the candles on it. And look at the, we've got butchering equipment over there. I don't like that either. I mean, I don't like the Starros, so I guess I'm okay with the things that are going on in here. I just don't want to be here, because it feels bad. It feels bad. He also has the room, like, surrounded by sigils, and he's still using that skull and spiderweb wall behind here. I love it. It looks so appropriate for this space. He also has another eye over to the left-hand side there that he's kind of gone with symmetry again in here. I know it's not perfectly symmetrical, which, frankly, looks better because it looks like it's actually in use, whereas when I make everything symmetrical and neat, I get a little bit of it looking very sterile and like no characters experience anything in there, and that it's not used. So I love that. But on the right hand side, he's got the Aryan doorway, which I don't know where that's meant to lead, but that makes me very, very curious about what exactly goes on in this room. I would love to know what Smoove has specifically said or specifically has going on for this room, because I bet you he's got like an amazing reason for everything in here. And some things I just speculate, and I often speculate and potentially am incorrect. I also really like this. He's got the orb from Spring, the heart of Arvice, then the domed piece of Starro, and I believe that's the small rune on the ground, the magic rune. All clipped together to get this effect of a Starro kind of being trapped in there, and I really love that. I mean, it works so well. The fact that he's used the Heart of Arvice thing too, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope, means that we've got spikes. So you see the spikes along the back of it and at the front of it. Hang on, it's easier to see if I pull the camera down. At the front of the domed jar that he is in there, mirror the Mordu pedestals that are spiked and the occult pieces in here that are spiked. It just has a vibe. A vibe that really goes together in here and seems bad. It seems sinister and just a little bit scary. It's also really clever how you've used the sigil to go clip through this piece too. Hang on, zoom in. See how he's got it clipped in? It's basically like you're using sigils as walls in here for a lot of it, and I would never have expected it to work so well because of how there's barely any of it, right? It's mostly see-through, and you're just getting the sigil, but man, it works great. It looks so, so cool. I'm going to look up as well, just in case there's anything else that I miss. Oh, I've got that up here. Okay, let's go up here and have a look. Oh, he's again! It's like history of where Starros have been, maybe? Look at that. We've got them inside of 3 different location windows there. Maybe portals? I don't know. But I love the way you're clipping the wall pieces through windows and different pictures and things to give us a sense of maybe it's like the history of what Starros have done, or you're looking into alternate realities where this is occurring and trying to work out how to prevent it from happening where you are, or prevent it from happening indeed where it's currently going on. I don't know. But it's so clever. Oh, and he's got them up there too. Look at that. It's amazing. Oh, and sigils on the ceiling. Everything is happening up here, guys. All right, sigils on the ceiling. We've got another one of the eyes over here. We have another window that has a Starro attacking a beach. Why would they attack a beach? Those people are just trying to get some tan and drink a lot of I was going to say soft drinks. Mocktails, that's the word I want. Or cocktails, depending on your preference. I like a mocktail because then I can have a billion of them and never get drunk, you know? Oh, and this is the thing I really know him for, right? He's always placing doorways with different things that look like portals, and he does it so well. He actually, in the previous bases that I've seen him do, and we have indeed toured on this channel with his real characters creations, I have grabbed a couple of those ideas, particularly for my base that I'm creating, which is going very slowly because of how expensive all the furniture pieces are that I need, but this looks amazing. Also, thank you to Outlander_DF who keeps sending me library pieces, which I do need for it, and I really appreciate that. So thank you to him, but it's going very slowly. But look at the way he's done that. Oh, and the way he's clipped that wall piece inside of the library piece as well, so it looks like the technology that's below. So clever. Also, I've just realized I can stand on this sigil like out to the corner where it is, even though it's kind of like lasers. It's actually a piece. Of course it is. So I can stand on the edge of it, which I did not expect. But this looks great. I love your brain so much. I don't know that we're meant to go up the stairs, though. It does look like it's quite clearly blocked, or maybe we're meant to go around it like that. I don't know. But it's beautiful. So good. And, I mean, the sigils on the roof really help. Sorry, on the ceiling really help as well. Dude, I love his brain so much. All right. Now, I think that this room might now be my second favorite. I will be honest, the creepiness doesn't make me want to stay in this room, but it seems like it's very accurate for what he's trying to build here, which I love. Danielle said, kinda also reminds me of the Arcanist DLC in Elder Scrolls. Actually, that is a fair point too. Yes. That would be the previous room that we were in with all of the domed cities. Danielle said, mist container device. Thank you, mist container. Thank you very much, because I keep thinking emotional spectrum mist, or, emotional spectrum container, and forgot the word mist, which is a very simple word, and we're not going to talk about how stupid it is that I forgot that word. Junior said, if you put a grayscale color photo, it definitely would look like a Young Frankenstein movie. Igor will appear anytime. Right! Yes, I agree with you on that one, too, especially in the preceding room. All right, let's go down this hallway with the creepy cat that's staring at me, which I don't like, and make sure we don't miss the ceiling. Okay, just a little pathway, nothing to see here. Stop looking at me, creepy cat. Oh, wow. Look how much technology he put in here. All the pieces that match. Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, for what it is. Let's be, it's very techy, but it's such beautiful clipping. When people do like a really good job putting pieces together, I have a tendency to call it pretty, even if it's not aesthetically so beautiful. And look, he puts things slightly askew, so it looks like it's being like haphazardly assembled by actual people, or it's being used and they press buttons and eventually it just starts to slide. I love that. I wish I was good at that, because honestly, I do things too tidy. Except with spring items. But everything else, it's too tidy and it doesn't look like it's used. This looks used. I love his brain. So he's got pieces that are up against the wall there with all of the different tech on it. You can see like over here, you can see these two pieces have a gap in between. You can see over here, they're not fully perfectly aligned with each other, which is what I'm talking about when I say things look like they're being used. He also has the piece on the wall that matches and the two either side that are a little bit lower. We have the Starro tables clipped through them all, right? So I've got one here, and one here, so that we can see that experimentation is going on. It's very, very clear as well. He's doing really good separation of them so they don't look like the same piece. Because this table that is clipped here is the same piece that is clipped here, but it looks different because of what he's added in. Now, I cannot tell you what that piece is. The piece that is the gold over the top, it might be a console, maybe one of the Atlantean consoles, I think, but I'm not positive, and the way that he's utilized that with a different piece of the technology makes it not even look like this one unless you're looking for it. It's so clever. Plus, he's got a typewriter in here. What is the typewriter? Look, it even looks like it's hooked up to the equipment. He's a genius. I love your brain. So clever. Darn it. I love this. I wish I was this good. All right. Oh, wait. Now we have a screen. Do we have to do something here to be able to go in? Are we not allowed? I don't know. I feel like we have to get checked in, but I'm going to assume I'm allowed because I was invited to tour the base, you know? So I think it's okay. Oh, the round tables are such a good choice too. Oh, and the walls. Okay, he's gone with, this is the front, I believe, of that wall that has the green things. Am I wrong? No, I am wrong. I am wrong. It's not the green things wall. It's a different wall. But I'm really glad to see you've got different ones in here as well. Gives a sense of some different kind of experiment going on potentially in this room. And look at all the green. So much green. It's so pretty. You did such a good job. Oh, and look! He's extended this even out further with pieces so it looks like the room goes even bigger than it would have because it would have ended here. That's so smart. I don't know what piece is the red thing here. What is this? I don't know. Maybe it's something that we can see underneath. We can see he's used Titan pieces underneath for the floor as well. And I believe this I'm standing on is one of the broken pieces from Anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks great. It also looks like this computer is something you come up to tentatively and carefully and only utilize for something big going on. Because otherwise, why would it be down this step surrounded by red and kind of floating out in the air here? I love that. That's so clever. He's really used everything to the max, hasn't he? Because I believe there's like another one of those bars that goes across between the two pillars underneath this. If you have a kind of a look, you can kind of see it. We'll see it better from underneath. But man, he's done an amazing job. All the computers as well. Also, I've seen this done by a few people when this computer is utilized with this computer technology. So, sorry, the kiosk. This little kiosk piece is utilized with all of this computer technology. It looks amazing. It's so well done. Oh, that's so clever too! He's got the screen and the keyboard together so it looks like one piece. Again, he's using the same Starro pieces a lot and they look different every single time. I could never do this. Could never! He's so clever. I love it. I really love these round tables that you've got as well with the Starros clipping through. And again, same pieces being utilized, but they look slightly different from one another, like they're being used. I need to be better at this. Also, the keyboard that you've got in the middle here. I love this. He's such a genius. Okay, then along this side, I love the way you've clipped your amenity in there too, because it looks like it's part of that, like when I don't have it flashing blue, when I don't stand so close, it looks like it's part of this technology that's going on. You can even see there's like a square or rectangular screen slightly behind it that's clipping through as well that makes it look like it is plugged into all of this here, which, I mean, he's got the Starro in the front of that water bowl or whatever we want to call that with the screens. I'm going to guess that the Atlantean screen is something he put over here too, because now that I've seen one that's out in the open, this one is a little bit more familiar to me. So I think both of them are definitely the Atlantean screens, and they look so great. And the way he's got the screen behind here too. I don't even know how you got this to line up so beautifully in here, but it's so well done. I love it. Oh, hello, Tiny Lilith. Tiny Lilith said, hi, I made a bet you won't call my base of hell pretty. You don't know. I mean, I went and toured a couple of Outlander_DF spaces, and he has some really creepy, evil, demonic-y looking ones, right? That are not I like creepy vibes to an extent. Sometimes, but you can go too far with it. But even then I said that's beautiful to a few things that he had done, just because the way that he assembled things was something that I thought was so clever. And even if I don't think it's aesthetically a pretty thing, I think it's beautiful or pretty that they've been able to stack all those things together to give the effect that they're after. It's one of the words that I use for something very cleverly done. So don't guarantee that I won't say that something you've done is so pretty, because it may be the case. I mean, I just called computers pretty, so it could happen. But when I get to your base, we shall see. I might now intentionally just say pretty to something for the sake of it, because you've said that to me. No, I wouldn't do that. Everyone would know. Once again, he's put the Starros through the different, you can't even call that a screen. Window for that one, I believe, and this one down lower is a screen. Would never have thought to clip it, like, even if I thought to clip the Starros through different pieces that we could put as windows or portals or whatever, would never have thought to use one of the small Atlantean screens for it. In fact, when you've got this screen so small and the Starro looking so large by comparison, it's a little bit more sinister. Scary, right? That something that big could potentially be there. I don't like that. I don't want to go to Atlantis now. It's not safe. It is infested. Oh, wow. That's clever. Okay, that to me looks like they're scanning a person who has a Starro on them and is mind controlled, and he's tried to show us what they're scanning of that person there. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. He's got all different pieces of tech all the way up this wall as well, including the exobyte one, where he's clipped off, like covered up a section of it and is only showing the section about the exobytes, which is so clever because in this environment, it makes me think that those screens are specifically about Starros, not about exobytes. And you've also got like a star symbol on the top left corner of both of them. Not to mention the way that you've got the Starros clipped in through these screens here. It looks like these are cases that are inside of the wall and they are stored actual Starros, not that they are screens that are displaying something. I don't know if that was what you intended, but that's what it looks like to me. Like little cells where you're storing different ones that are for later experimentation or that they're currently being monitored for some reason. I love it. It's so smart. This as well, he's clipped it through a screen. I love his brain. He's so clever. And again, another window. How many different windows do you have, dude? You've been playing so long. He has a collection of everything. That looks brilliant, too. Oh, my goodness. You're amazing. He is so amazing with his base builds. And then here, we've got, again, exobyte screens, which to me, in this environment, it really seems like these screens are talking about the Starros specifically. And I love that. And also the way you've got it through this camera. I don't know whether that's meant to be like different alternate realities that we're seeing that are infested with Starro, or if it's supposed to be a Starro attempting to escape that can't get through. Either way, this works so well. Dude, I love his brain. Tiny Lil said, plus I only know how to do weird. That's better than what I only know how to do, which is neat and tidy and doesn't look right. So weird is good. I would happily look at weird. Danielle said, if you go by the name of his base, he is searching for Starro. Yes, that's what it seems like. At least to an extent in different areas, he's using different means to do so, because we've definitely got an area that seems like a science lab, then we have an area that seems like magical things are going on, right? It seems like, but I'm curious to what extent he's searching for Starro, because with all these different windows, it makes me think he's scanning like maybe alternate dimensions everywhere, looking for Starro all over the place. I don't know if that's exactly what he intended, but to me, that's what it feels like. That he's scanning for Starro everywhere and is monitoring everywhere and trying to prevent it from coming either to this reality or to destroy it everywhere else. I don't know. But I love it. Whichever way it's meant to go, it works for both. We have another screen. It's green. That means go, right? That means go. All right. Oh, he's done the thing again, I think it's where it goes around the outside. And we have like an entire section. Okay. One step at a time, Laura. One step at a time. Does that go around? It does. Okay, sweet. We've got the library walls all the way around the outside here, which frankly is one of my favorite walls. I really do love it. And I'm utilizing a lot of pieces of this for one of the bases that I am also building. Inside each of the archways, he's got a different environment, which I also am very used to seeing from him too. He's done a brilliant job of that in other areas. I've never seen him do this though before. He's got the freestanding lava skull pieces. We obviously can't see the skull. Flowing through this doorway arch, and then he put the lava piece underneath the doorway. Man, that is such a clever effect, isn't it? Dude, I love his brain. I'm gonna say it too many times, I can see, but it's just the truth. Then he's got one of the dividers from Spring separating in this section, or rather poking through the archway in this section, which is beautiful and really, really well done too. And then the computer clipping through on here, which, I mean, it makes me feel like we could activate something here, and I'm not sure what exactly. Then he's done that symmetry thing again, but with different pieces this time. Well, I've got the Starro pieces that are clipping through the... I don't know what this wall piece is called. Hang on, sorry. I can see that we've got the bookcases going see-through in front of us. I don't want to get that in the shot if I can help it. But they look really, really well done when they're clipped together like this. And not only that, he's got one inverted. So we've got one that's both pieces are one way, then both pieces are flipped on the other side. I really like that effect too. It's another thing that I would not have thought of. It's really hard. It's a small section. Let's go this side. It's something I would not have thought of just because of I very much go very, very symmetrical when I do symmetrical. So it doesn't end up working quite as good as what he's doing. But this looks brilliant. All right, this is where I want to go in. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Wow, it looks so cool. Dude, okay. Where exactly are we searching for Starro? It has to be interdimensionally, does it not? Look at this. He's searching everywhere. Oh, what happened to you? It's a eye. It's creepy. I don't like it. That's very well done. Look at the way he's got them turned on an angle at the bottom there as well. They're clearly clipped together, but turned slightly each single one of them so that we can get that effect on the stand. It's beautiful. Such lovely clipping, and the rainbow is really nice, but I still don't like the eye. I don't like that it's watching me, you know? We have cables running all across the floor, you can see, from different consoles. We've got one over here, one from this, which seems like not a good thing, and then one from the computer over here. We have bottled cities along the wall that is in front of where we've got the plants, and these are all with broken walls that we get from Anniversary with the electricity between them. Source wall, are they? And they look amazing too. I mean, that's the main thing that gave me that big impression when I walked into this room, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is how much we see all of the electricity around the outside of this. It seems like something destructive has occurred in here, potentially. I don't know. But it just has such an awesome effect. He's also got one of these canister devices behind us with a Starro trapped inside in a dome. Yet again, Starro is everywhere in here, which makes sense since, you know, we are kind of trying to search for him. We've got the green wall behind this one, again with the electricity in front, and another green with the divider from Spring, and he's clipped the two pieces again together. I can't remember what the purple piece is called, along with the Mordu piece that is underneath the little pillar, and it looks so appropriate, and it also makes me remember that there's a lot of consistency in this base. This section is a reminder of the magical room that we've got downstairs. This section is a reminder of that hallway where we walk through. This is a reminder of the science lab. Like, there's so many pieces in here that mirror different sections inside of this base. It does make me wonder if they're meant to be references to those sections on purpose, and if there's a reason that this room has access to all of them here. I don't know. Then we've got over this side the sigil, again, a reminder of other locations in this base. Interesting setup though, because this has like a whole bunch of the worlds behind, which I love that base piece and looks amazing. It's also what we could see on the opposite side of this library wall. But I'm surprised by this section. We have a command seat inside of the pool where the Starros are, with a book pedestal and a telescope. This is, I'm curious about this section, just because if that's where you're meant to sit, hang on, there we go. If this is where you're meant to sit, and you're meant to view this device here, right, with your book of whatever you're doing, magic or writing down notes, whatever, why are the Starros here? Did they come through somehow and attack whoever was in this seat, and now they're dead on the ground? Well, I'm curious, very, very curious about what's meant to have happened there, because everything in there I expect, with the exception of the Starros being, like, part of that section. We need Smoove to tell us what's going on, I think, on that one, because I have speculation only, and I have no idea what exactly is meant to have happened. Now, this I could hear in other locations when I was in the base, and I was curious when we were going to get to the corpse flower. But we have a corpse flower clipped on the wall with a Starro piece, which I will admit does look very, very cool and sounds creepy and gross, which is probably the effect it's going for. But we also have 4 Starros inside of domes with snow clipped at the front of this and ice from above. This does make me think that potentially Starros have come from different alternate realities or timelines. I don't know. But why else would they all be here? I don't know. Just because it seems like a lot of these different pieces are from different locations inside of this lab. Look at the ceiling! Oh, it's so pretty! He's got the Starfield window ceiling with one of the red pieces in the middle there that is a reminder of that room downstairs that I didn't like, that made it feel like my character was surrounded by evil things and that Starros were going to attack me. But this looks amazing. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. The ceiling with the earth projection and all of the electricity around the outside gives such an overwhelming feeling when I enter here. It's just so, I don't know, imposing is probably the word I need. So cool. Oh, I love it. Then over on this wall, it's hard for me to go back. I'm going to be honest. I keep like thinking I want to look into the middle of the room, but I have to go. If we don't go sequentially, I'll miss something, you know? Oh, also, did you notice underneath the corpse flower section with these 4 extra Starros in the snow, we have another cable that's going to this middle machine. Curious exactly what the middle machine is meant to do there. But we'll look at that in a sec. Then we've got this wall, again, with the electricity and the broken section from Anniversary. with two of the Atlantean wall pieces clipping inside of each other and flipped. One of them is flipped upside down so that they have the same pattern. I really do like that. I'm curious if that's meant to be something specific. Then over here, kind of love this, okay? We saw this when we came in. This has, in the background there, we've got another piece of the wall screens that he's turned to the side again with a Starro inside, which to my mind looks like a cell that Starro is stuck inside of, which I'm wondering if that's meant to be the case, and we saw it on the other wall too. Then he has the technology here with the typewriter and a claw arm that looks to be activating things. Are we trusting technology to do things in here? Must be. It has a job to do. It's pressing buttons for us. But that is very, very clever. He's so good, isn't he? He's so good, Don. Every time I look at the bases from a lot of you guys, I just think I'm never going to be this good. All right. Then this is the main thing in the middle of this room. We have a Starro pool inside of there, plus the, is it artillery sphere? Something sphere. In the middle as well, along with the House of Legends piece with the projection of all the alternate Earth planets. And man, does it look good. Oh, look, there's Australia! Not that I can point to it, because, like, Future Laura would normally show it, but that's Australia right there. I say that, but the little island above it technically shouldn't be that close and on that side, but that's fine. You know, it's close enough. But that's not a good sign, actually, because that means Australia has been affected by the Starros. Oh, no! Okay, we're just going to hide after this stream. It'll be fine. I also did not point out before this floor piece. He has 2 medium and 1 small of the magic runes for the floor. Personally, I much prefer them clipped together like this, or surrounding something in a circle specifically, because on their own, I don't think people get a lot of magic feeling from them. They look like a piece of snow to me, or something else like white stone, and I don't get a lot of magic from them. But when you clip them together like that, it definitely works better. That's why I do like the large one. The large one to me does seem magical. These ones a little less so, but he's utilized them in a really clever way that works well. So I love that. But we're just going to do one more look at the ceiling. Because, man, is it pretty. Oh. Okay, now this is, I think, my favorite. No, I still really love the Bottled City room. But the ceiling! No, this room wins. This room wins so far. It's so cool. I really am looking forward to, if Smoove does feel like he would like to, him giving us a little bit more information about this. Because all I can do is speculate. I don't know exactly what he's got in his head. And I would love to know. Because, dude, he just has the absolute best base builds. Ugh, so pretty. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. We can move on. I'll be fine. All right, let's go back down. I'm going to have to take so many pictures in here. It's so good. Now, I believe this is the large one I was talking about. So this one I get magical vibes from, right? On the floor, because you can see there's actually writing or symbols, and it looks like not just the little symbols in the circle, but when you go to one of the circles that's attached, you can see a larger symbol in there, and it glows the blue color just a little bit better than the medium and the small one do. So I much prefer the large ones. But look, if you utilize them like this one in here, or the way he clipped them above on top of each other up on the top level, they work really well that way. So I like the way he's using them. All right. This is the last way. Well, I was going to say last way to go. But, I mean, we can't accidentally go the wrong direction unless he's created rooms, and then I can. So never mind. We could absolutely go the wrong way. We have more windows and portals over here with stars in them. This one in particular, look how we've only got that little section of the Starro. It makes it feel like it's not just like a window that we're tracking where the Starros are, but this one feels like he's peeking through like, oh, there's a portal here, I'm about to come inside, which is a little bit scary and I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Starros, just saying. Mind control does not sound like a nice state to be in. We have them coming through these 2 windows as well, and gotta say, really, really love that he's got 2 different ones in this corner, different heights again. He does something that's like slightly askew that makes it a little bit more realistic, and I love that. Then it looks like over here we've got a bunch of them coming from water? Oh no! I feel like one thing that Smoove/Rill, I think is the name of his other character, does really, really well is making things seem like they're coming from all over the universe. Either we have portals going to all over the universe, or we're observing the universe, or in this case, maybe being infiltrated by Starros from other universes, or just observing them. I don't know which one, but man, it's scary. All right. At the bottom of the stairs where there's water, that doesn't seem like a good thing. Maybe something has leaked. Yeah, well, look, we got rain. Was it rain? No, it's not. What is it? It's fireflies. Never mind. Oh, wait. We've got water flowing there, though. Maybe that's where the water is coming from the window behind us? I don't know. That is one of my favorite windows. It's a little bit sad to see that a Starro is coming through it, you know? Lucy! Hey, Lucy said good morning / afternoon DCUO. Hello, Lucy. It's nice to see you. It is afternoon for me. Probably very, very early morning for some others. Junior said, devs need to hire this dude. I mean, I would love that. I think he'd do a great job, at least if he has ideas for base pieces, because, dude, he's amazing. He just does such a great job. I'm always impressed with what he does, and he has so many ideas that I would never think of, which I love too. Hang on, it scrolled. I missed a bunch of conversation. I really didn't expect a lot of chat to go on today because I know that this time of day is not ideal for most people, so it's lovely to see people are here. Danielle said, I read that one. If you go by the name of his base, he is searching for stars, which is accurate. But she follows up with, like he is searching in every universe. That's exactly what it seems like, right? He's looking all over the universe to find them, or maybe find a specific one, or find out how to destroy them, or find out how to prevent them from coming to his universe. That's what it seems like to me. Tiny Lilith said, that's why you like moving from house to house in real life? What did I do? Why is it that I like moving from house to house in real life? It's, the thing is, it isn't necessarily the moving part. It's the fact that I organize and pack up everything and then I reorganize it in a new space. I like things to be organized. And I'm typically quite an organized person, but man, is it fun reorganizing. I love it. And that's basically what house moving is, reorganize it. Tiny Lilith said the eye is hunger and it likes to have you for dinner. Lol, no! That's why it keeps staring at me like I'm delicious. I'm not gonna lie, I am definitely delicious, but I'm not for the eye. Okay, the eye can leave me alone. Danielle said that's what is C. He is researching for a star in different universes using different methods. Magic tech, retro tech, history, library, future tech, etc. Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. I think that's what's going on here. I am curious if there's anything in here where he's intending for it to look like the Starros are attempting to invade. But the only thing that really gave me that feeling was that command chair with the pool around the bottom of it. That seemed unusual. I wouldn't have expected the chair to be inside of a pool of Starro. So I'm wondering if maybe that implies it, but Smoove is the only one who can tell us definitively. The majority of this too, I would say, it's different ways of trying to locate the Starros, and absolutely, I think you're right. There's a magical room, there's a tech room, there's an older tech room, there's the library section, and then that top room, which seems like portals, and then everywhere around here seems like portals or windows that look in different universes, right? Because they're everywhere. And it's so beautifully done. Can you imagine how many Starro pieces are needed for this base to work this way? He used an ice window too! Oh, so cool. Oh, my favorite, one of my favorite ceiling pieces. I do like the Starfield window more. But look how pretty. It's so pretty. At least no stars are coming through there. That you can see he's got it for this window as well, or portal, that city, and through the ice one. They're everywhere! The multiverse is infected. They're in everywhere. Even in someone's backyard. They just love everything and everyone and want to control the universe. Oh, he's done that thing again. He's grabbed two different science tables, faced them towards each other, and then clipped in one of the Starro tables to give us this effect. It looks so cool. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a lot of my tables facing each other or close together like this to create one so that I can clip more pieces through and make it look this good, because he's done a brilliant job on this. Also, why is there another disgruntled cat? Do you have a theory, Danielle, about the disgruntled cats? Because I don't like them. They creep me out a little bit because of the way they kind of stare. They seem upset with me. Okay, that's a lot of hellos. Lucy said, did the Starros break the window, causing the water to pour out? Oh, maybe! Because there's a Starro there, right? Maybe! Oh no! They broke through and that's how they ended up inside here? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, there's definitely some kind of a spill that occurred on this floor. And it goes all under the staircase. Oh, look at the flowers. They're so pretty. I need a lot of those. because of one of the bases that I'm doing. He clipped the mushroom piece in to make it look different from the rest. He's a genius. Oh, and there's water flowing here. Okay, we've got to go through the pieces. Underneath the staircase, we can see that he has grabbed a Starro piece with a flower, which I love because it's different from all the other windows, and it looks kind of pretty. Then behind here, this is beautiful. It looks like he's got a Babbling Brook piece, the high one with the tree, and he's clipped the, it's not called a pool, is it? The pool is the one I'm standing on. This one I can't remember the name of with the starros inside, but the one that looks like a barrel or a pool of the water, but up high off the ground, with the starro inside. You can also clearly see the bottom of the Babbling Brook is inside there, which makes this one seem a little bit more like a different environment compared to the others. The way that he's got the branches of these trees overreaching it as well, I absolutely love that. That is, I don't know how he made like sinister starros seem pretty, but that seems quite pretty. See, again, everything is pretty. Then he's got the pool down here, which, I mean, he's got flowers and grass around here, so I'm wondering if this is a section that's a little bit overgrown and maybe not being utilized as much at the moment, and that's why the water spill hasn't been cleared up, why we've got mushrooms growing inside of this specific pool but not the other ones. The flowers that are really big around the outside too really look nice, and I can see he's utilized them to cover up sections of floor in between the water spill, which is smart, but you'd only notice it if you're looking as close as I am. If you're not, you just walk through, it just seems natural. And I love that too. We also have this, which I thought was a really nice clipping, the way that he's got the vine, right, coming down from here, or rather going up here, and it clips across the tree. So it hits the wall over here, grows across to this tree that he's put inside of the pool, and it looks like a vine is literally growing up or wrapped around the tree. So clever, and I love the way he's got it inside of this pool too. That's one thing I haven't done a lot of with my starro stuff, is make it look like things are coming out of the pool. I always like put them there and then have everything else going around and separate it. This I love is much more clever. And another starro in a flower! I just think that the starros are trying to manipulate us by dressing up as something sweet so that we will more easily allow them to suction to our faces. Don't do it, guys. They're not to be trusted. Ads said, where are you from? I am Australian. A lot of people say that I sound like a Brit. Most of the time when I'm gaming, I sound like a Brit. I will say, depending on who I'm hanging around, my accent changes a little. So if you want to hear me sound more Australian, I have links to my other content in my description. When I'm with my brother is when I sound the most Australian. So if you go watch anything where I'm with my brother, you'll hear it. Yeah, Tiny Lilith said you like things neat. I do. I'm a very neat, tidy, organized person. And if I have anything that's not particularly neat, it's usually because it's stuff I'm currently using and it's organized chaos. But it's always in a very small area. So, like, I don't know, less, 1 meter doesn't help people who don't use metric, but we'll say less than a meter squared. Very small area of stuff I'm currently using, and then I pack it all up and I like it neat and tidy again. It does mean we can always find things in this house, which is very good. And if and when we do move, well, when we do move, it's going to be really good too, because the space that we've got, we can put things like around the outside of the rooms a little bit better too, so everything will be easily accessible by everybody. I'm the person in the house that buys like the extra batteries, light globes, extra anything, tissues, which I learned from my mum. So I have those things stockpiled at the moment in my section of the house, and now I'll be able to put them out where everyone can just grab them, and I don't have to be asked every time, can you grab me extra tissues or anything like that, so that'll be good. Junior said, that starro right there reminds me of a starfish in a tank in the Nemo movie. This one here? Yeah. It so does. He looks like he's upset too and wants to get out of there. Danielle said, lol, I mentioned Arcanus DLC in Elder Scrolls. Yes. And Starro kind of resembles the god with all the eyes, but the huge one. Oh, what's his name? Hermaeus Mora? Is it him? Wait, am I mixing him up? It could be Hermaeus Mora. I could be mixing up the names because I do that with a couple of them that look like evil, creepy things. And so I don't keep them in mind because they're yucky. But yeah, that is a fair point. I didn't. Great. Now I'm going to associate it with that a little bit, which isn't good because he was a creep. Lucy said, I have the feeling they were experimenting with Starro and things got out of hand and the Starro got loose and took over the base. See, I have a little bit of that feeling too, which is why I'm not, like, I mean, Search for Starro, In here, I absolutely agree with Danielle. It seems like they're searching for Starro, but I do wonder if something has occurred in here that's made it so Starros are kind of infiltrating or taking over. And this section down the bottom seems to kind of lean into that a little bit, just because everything is underutilized and overgrown, which looks amazing. Look how amazing that looks. The overgrown tables together look so cool. Did he use beds? Oh, he used beds together to get that. Oh. He's so smart. Look at the way he's got the pod chairs. I hate those chairs too, by the way. They are a pain in the butt to organize because I get a billion of them and I don't know what to do with them and no one wants them. But using them as like a cocoon or a capsule section there where you've got the Starros inside is so clever. And the bed with it, dude. I love his brain. Can we just all agree he's a genius? Because it's pretty obvious that he is. Just saying. I also really love the grass that he's used here and the way that it goes from one sort of plant to another. So over here with the water section, and then we've got kind of flowers going across here. We've got the mushrooms there, and then it starts to get a lot more grassy over in this section the further away we get from the water area where it's a little bit flooded over the top of the plant. So, I mean, it's just beautiful. So smart. Yeah. Junior said the Starro tank. Yeah, thank you. It's called a tank. Oh God, I forgot the word misty and mist, and I forgot the word tank. See, this is when Future Laura fixes it for me. So without her, it's not so fun. Junior's saying, "I'm so sorry. Did something happen?" Abby Sue said, "I'm here again to ruin the mood because you all are like my DC family. My mum passed yesterday, guys. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Abby Sue. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear. I hope you're doing okay. And I hope everything goes easy and smooth with whatever you need to do to organize everything after her passing. That is awful. Oh my goodness. Abby Sue, I'm so sorry. I hope that coming and watching something distracting is a little bit helpful, maybe. That's so sad. Oh, maybe. Danielle said, I think the cats are positioned in a way to make you feel like it's following you. It so does. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do think that that's maybe what he's doing there. We're going to have to ask him. But yeah, I think that maybe you're right. Tiny Lilith said, where you're moving to, what big animals... Hang on, what big animals that will try to eat you there? Oh, none really. I mean, in the area that I'm currently in, kangaroos are probably the closest thing we'd have to a big kind of scary animal. And honestly, where we're moving to, it's basically going to be kangaroos again. So, and they're only threatening if you threaten them. Like if you leave them alone, they leave you alone. You know, just the same as spiders. We leave them alone, they leave us alone. So, yeah, it's probably not going to be a lot different in regards to what could threaten my life in the area, but the way that we'll live will be a little bit different because it's a little bit more rural. So hopefully it's a little bit more peaceful. That would be nice. Reaper said, yeah, it's him. Oh, so is that for Rill? Rill and Smoove are the same person? And if so, thank you, because I don't want to accidentally say that someone is someone else when they are not. That would not be good. And Reaper also said hello, chat. So hello and welcome. Danielle said, I know you probably don't want to advise, but many of us from the New Orleans celebrate the life more so than mourn the loss. But I know that's easier said than done when it's so raw. That is fair. I will say, if I were to pass, I would hope that the people, like, I'd probably tell people know me well enough, I would hope people have a celebration of my life rather than commemorate my death. And, you know, talk about the things they love about me and then have a nice time, eat a bunch of junk food and play video games. That would make me, if I were alive, quite happy. But saying that, we don't know what Abby Sue's mum would want, and it's probably very, very raw since it's just happened to you. So, yeah, I'm really, really sorry, Abby Sue, but I hope that everything goes smoothly with what you need to get done. And yeah, I hope that you're okay, honestly. DarkHorus said kangaroo burger. I have not had a kangaroo burger. I have eaten kangaroo steak, though, and kangaroo jerky. Kangaroo is quite nice. It's a strong flavor, so it's very, if I had to compare it to another meat that you guys would recognize, it's very similar to beef, but it's a stronger flavor. And I don't know. It's pretty good. Multiverse does not like that I eat kangaroo. But I have, and it is good. Um, Danielle said, if you want to tell us a funny story about your mom, if you want. I mean, up to you. I was going to say Danielle. Up to you, Abby Sue. If you want to share anything, please do feel free to do so. Oh, that's lovely. She said, yes, we are celebrating her life Thursday and put her to rest. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, the celebrating her life, not the fact that she's passed, just to clarify. But I'm really glad that you're doing a celebrating her life. I don't know. It feels like a weight lifts off, in my opinion, when you do that. So hopefully that's what it will feel like for you too, and hopefully it wasn't sudden and a real shock, because that can be really horrible to have to deal with too if it's something you weren't potentially seeing coming. But I hope you enjoy, to the extent that you can, the celebrating of her life, because that would be good. Tiny Lilith said, I like living in the rural area where I live. We have a population of 1,500 people and 800 deer. Do you hunt? I know that in the US there's a lot of people who do hunt. I don't hunt in my area at all, but if you do, hopefully you're able to get some good meat out of that deer, I hope. But yeah, I feel like living a little bit more rural is something that makes life a little bit more relaxing, a little bit slower paced, which is funny for me because I'm not slow paced. I move very quickly and have a billion things to do all of the time. But yeah, slower paced is still something that's good, and being around an area that is more rural as well means it's a little bit more interaction with my neighbors, a little bit more, I don't know, is homely the right word? Which I'm definitely a homebody, and I feel like it's going to be nice and fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, let's keep moving through this base, and just, I can't believe how smart an idea this is. I'm going to use this. Because I do have a Starro base. Up until this point, there has been nothing grown in it. So there's no plants or anything. But this overgrown effect that he's got going in here, I love it. I'm definitely going to try and do something similar. Love the use of the bed as kind of like an overgrown pod. Just so clever. All right, let's go here. He is utilizing more of the walls that we see from Anniversary, which I think has worked really well for this effect. Also, this cat. This cat is everywhere. I don't like it. I don't like the cat everywhere. He freaks me out. Even more so than the Starros, which is saying something. But the way that you've got the, I don't know, is it called a battery? The section in the center there that looks, I don't know, like a barbell on its side. He's got that piece in the middle of the pool, and then a table clipped in there where we can see more Starros. This seems sinister again, like this was a room or a cell they were trapped in and have kind of broken out. And I'm wondering if maybe the electricity that we see is supposed to be technology that's supposed to be shields but has failed, or an attempt to repair walls that are breaking down. I don't know. Very interesting, I feel. And a little section that we can hide in from everything. Because some things seem a little scary. Also, the floor piece that he's utilized in here is really good too. Or floor pieces? I think that's multiple pieces. Hang on. Danielle said, I hope the spirit of your mum is there to lift you up, Abby Sue. Oh, that's so lovely and sweet. I don't know what other people believe, but I genuinely hope that she has gone to a better place. And yeah, I hope that, especially during the celebration of her life, that you find peace about that, because someone passing is no small thing. It can affect you in a very negative way, or it can be something that rests with you for a long period of time. So I hope that it's something that's going to be peaceful for you and not something that's going to cause up evil or make things hard. Because, yeah, it's no small thing to lose someone you care about. Reaper said, hello, I seen you in I'm at YouTube short. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did a short where my YouTube channel kind of was on the back of a screen and my face was on it as an anime character, which I really love. Which, in that particular short he had, it was a face of me, as in my YouTube, when you see me, my face in my YouTube videos, not my character, which I thought was funny because everyone else's character was in, and then I'm just the YouTube face on the wall. It was really cool. I thanked him for using me. I thought that was fun. He said, I love any content creator that does DC. It's such a great slept on game. that I wish more people would get into? Well, I mean, we have had an increase in players recently when they added in the extra bar of loadouts. That definitely brought people back. The power array augments has brought newer people in as well. I mean, it's a little sporadic, I think, but we are seeing a lot more people come into the game at the moment, which is nice, and some people coming back for a lot of it, which I love. And this is one of my, it is my absolute favorite game. There's a lot of things I will tell the truth about what I think about it. Any changes they make, what the devs are doing, I'll tell the truth about what I think. But I still stand, this is my favorite game. There's not one that I can really say is comparable, even if we go to my next favorite MMO, which is Elder Scrolls. The movement in this game is so much smoother and better. There's no fall damage in here. The way that you can utilize the load-ins is much more adaptable for people. There's a casual version, so more people have access. It's just lovely. So as long as the next story arc, even if it goes for 4 chapters, not episodes, as long as that story arc doesn't have a protagonist that I hate, like Lucia, it's gonna be okay. But we'll see how we go. And thank you for popping in. That's lovely to see you. Danielle said, Reaper, that girl from AU/Laura's channel is all about good vibes. True. Welcome to her channel. Oh, thank you. Abby Sue said, I'm sure she is. Oh, that's lovely. I'm very glad to hear, Abby Sue. That's good. And yep, Lucy said, you're in our prayers, Abby Sue. Absolutely true. And Reaper said, thank you for the welcome to Snow Bunny, who is Danielle, for anyone who doesn't know. When I say Danielle, that's Snow Bunny. When I say Junior, that's Copper. So for anyone who's in the chat and doesn't recognize people, I call people by the name that either I've called them for a very long time or the one they've requested that I use. Tiny Lilith, however, has been called Tiny Lilith this entire time and has never changed their name. So that one's an obvious one. Also, Abby Sue, I think, has the exact same name for a long time, too. Beautiful. Let's go into this lavary room that I've been eyeing as I've been chatting away, because the cat is everywhere! Look! Just sneaky little critter. I don't like it. Oh, wow, look at the way he's used fireplaces. Oh, I would never have thought of this, dude. Okay, he's got a wall that I didn't expect either, which is the large concrete one with the little fence along the top. Can't remember if that's Arkham fence, because I know we've got Arkham Gate, Arkham Fence, Arkham Short Fence. There's a whole bunch of different Arkham ones that we get for Halloween. Can't recall what this one is called, but he's clipped 2 of the fireplaces in it, and then chucked Starro experiment tables inside, and it looks awesome, especially, like, there's actual fire underneath them. What are they doing to the Starros? The Starros are the ones that look shriveled up too. So if you have a look at the one on the right there, you can see he's like very skin tendrils. I don't know what you'd call them, but very skinny and kind of, I don't know, pulling in, and they look dry. It so looks like that on this one too. Dude, that was such a clever idea. I would never have thought of that. Oh, and this one's just burning on the wall casually with, hey, that's a clever effect too. Okay, he's got a flag banner on the wall behind that is damaged by fire and has a glow to it. Then he's using the fire screen clipped with the Starro for the wall. It looks like they're burning Starros in here. Right, oh, sorry, Starros. That's so clever. He's also got it here. He's using the sconces, the wall sconces that he's got clipped through the Starro on this wall. So that one's being burned and is strapped on the wall like that, man. I don't like the Starros, but that feels sinister. Like, he's really hurting these things. Is it to test if fire will kill them? Because I think it probably will. He's also got a fireplace here that is clipped into the pool with the Starros, and he's got a bunch of rocks and stone pieces that are put in there. No, it's not a bunch. It is the... Oh, I don't remember the name of it. You guys know that, like, rectangular piece that has the sand that is clearly raked in the correct position with some stones on it? I do believe these 2 stones sticking up are from that particular floor piece. So I think that's what's utilized here, and we just can't see the floor piece because we've got it clipped through the pool. He also has fire, like, coming out of there into the pool. It's bad. They're burning Starros. They basically were experimenting, trying to find where all the Starros are, and then working out ways to kill them all so that they no longer have them, and they've resorted to burning them. We just burned it. Even the ground looks like we've had a lot of fiery incidents in here. Dude! Is there anything on the ceiling? No, we're okay. Because we all know I have to check the ceiling, otherwise I'll miss it. But man... I didn't feel bad for the Starros until this very point. Oh my goodness, there's a skull. What happened to that Starro? Okay. They've clipped the molten skull skull piece over the top of the Starro with, I think, I don't know what the round piece is, but I believe that's separate from both the skull and the Starro. Maybe it's supposed to be some kind of a magical thing that causes the burning, and this Starro is in a very unpleasant situation and somehow has a face. I don't know. Or they were burning a person with a Starro, and that's like the... That's awful! No! That's terrible! But I mean, maybe they have it coming. I don't know. We also have another one here where we've got a Starro clipped with the fire screen and the banner that's burnt underneath. That is very clever to clip them together. I feel like that works so well. Really gives the impression of everything in here burning. And then this one over here, we've got the lava vent? I can't remember what it's called. That's dripping above the Starro that's on the wall, plus a fiery... not pillar. I've forgotten the word for those. Brazier. It's a firing brazier underneath that's burning this Starro, man. I mean, I understand we don't want the Starros to infiltrate our particular corner of the multiverse over here, but is burning them really the best? I guess if we've been infiltrated, what else are we going to do? We burn them, apparently. We also have two tables here that are clipped together for the Starros that have a lamp on them, which looks like they have been burned and are being looked at, or potentially the lamps above them is what's causing them to shrivel up, which I think was the original intention with these tables. But, I mean, over here with the fire underneath them is much more effective. Oh. Dude! He's done such an amazing job. Junior said the nature documentaries always paint Australia as a dangerous place to live in, and so for all I hear is kangaroos, while here in Florida we've seen spiders and the plants are dangerous. We don't have a lot of dangerous plants in the area that I live, but I know there are some we do have to be careful of in Australia. But mostly we're told about sharks and spiders and snakes, because we do have a couple of spiders that can cause either very strong illness or death. We do have snakes that can do the same, and sharks are a big problem in different beaches. But we do have like fail-safes. We have lifeguards, and we have flags that you will see inside of the water, which apparently this is uncommon in most other locations. So if you're ever in Australia and you see flags, swim between those, because that area is the section that's monitored by lifeguards. It's also the section that doesn't have rips, so it's been tested, so you're not going to suddenly have the sand underneath drop out from underneath you. You'll be relatively safe. It's much easier to come in from that section if indeed a shark comes, but I will say it's rare. It's not the most common occurrence. It's just something to be aware of when you're here. But I mean, we're not lying when they talk about the dangerous animals and things that are in Australia. It's just that the likelihood of you interacting with them is very slim. And even when we do interact with spiders in the area where I am, if I leave them alone, they leave me alone. They eat the bugs. It's fine. Like, they don't bother me at all. My mum said you have a cat in your base that freaks me out too. Yeah, so in my base, my mum has come there a couple of times. I have both Teakle and Isis, and she does not like them, either of them, very much. And because I have both of them, plus Streaky, plus Crypto, plus the Wonder Dog, I think I've got all of them in there. Streaky and Teakle and Isis will fight with each other and explode my furniture. And they're not very nice or kind to one another, so that doesn't go down very well. Tiny Lilith said, it sounds like kangaroo might taste like deer. What you said, that's what deer tastes like. Well, I've never tried deer, so maybe it's very similar. I don't know. But yeah, it's yummy meat. I will say kangaroo meat tends to be tougher than a lot of other meats in some areas, but I mean, that's basically all. As long as you slow cook it, it comes out really nice. Reaper said, yo, DarkHorus, the DC content creators are here. Did I see DarkHorus? Hello, DarkHorus, if you are still here. Nice to see you, even if it is briefly. Reaper said, yeah, it was really cool. What was really cool? Was it in I Am Ad's little short? I liked that. I loved seeing all of the different creators' characters in there. I was like, aw, I got included. That's so kind. Junior said, I wish I had words to make you feel better, Abby. I suck at that, but my condolences and send virtual hug. I think that's lovely. Your condolences are sending a virtual hug. I mean, it's hard to say anything when this kind of a situation occurs that's going to make them feel any better, if I'm being honest. If this is something that's hit her really hard and she cares about this person, it's not there's nothing we can say, really, is there? It's a tough situation, but I think what you said was lovely. Reaper said, yeah, the double tray was what brought me back as well. Haha, see, I knew it. I knew it. People came back for that double tray. It's so handy. And then we've had people come back for the power array augments. Mind you, a lot of them saw the white one, came back and only got the blue one because the white one had passed already. So I hope they bring it back in some way. I'm hoping the developers potentially give us some kind of a box we can open that gives us access to multiple of the older rewards. Frankly, I was hoping they'd give us choices. So once it reset and we rocked around to an entirely new set of events that we were doing, so like Halloween and St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's, that we would have the choice of last year's reward or this year's reward, and we could make it as an option instead. But they have not done that. The only reason I suspect they might bring a box out with old rewards as a reward inside of that you can choose from later is because it's something that they apparently have done in Star Trek Online, which is where a good chunk of the devs previously came from. So hopefully we see something like that, and it's not something they just add to the Imprimat and sell us like for $100 each. Just because I missed one on one of my accounts too. The very first event where they gave us the Casnia beanie for the Casnian episode, I missed that on my future Laura character, who I wear a beanie so often, and I'm so upset that I didn't get a beanie. And I think it's funny that there are people over here complaining about missing out on iconic abilities and elite henchmen and power array augments, and I'm like, I'm missing a beanie. I don't know. I have no words for me. Lucy said, I see the Starro had some spicy food. Yeah. Well, they didn't have a fun time, that's for sure. I love how over here, too, this piece is something I never know how to utilize. It is so big and bulky, and I never have anything to put it with. But when you put it here, it looks amazing. These pieces just go together, don't they? A lot of anniversary pieces in this base too. Plus the cauldron, it just seems like they're going through different ways to burn them as well. Because we've got lava over here. We've got, what was over here? Hang on. We've got the fireplace over here. We've got the screens over here. The sconces on this one. Like he's hidden it away in the corner, but that is such clever clipping. Oh, I love it. It's so clever. He's a genius. He's a genius. And also, I love the way for the entrance here, you've got this pipe that's dripping the lava above, and you've got the lava on the ground here. It lets us know exactly what we're about to walk into here. And it's unpleasant. Also, this is clever. He's got a whole bunch of nets, like stacks of them, which he must have utilized every single slot that he had for furniture in this base. It must be full to the 700 because that's insane. He's used enough of them to give it a really dense feeling and make it seem like a wall. Right? That's beautiful. I love him. His brain is great. This ceiling thing. I was going to say my window again. It's kind of a window. It's a ceiling window, but it's so pretty. Hang on. Can we see it? There we go. It's not as good as the Starfield windows, I will admit, but I do love this one a lot. I've got a bunch of them in my spring bases, and they're so pretty. So pretty. I love the way it has light coming down over here as well. And also, when we look at it from this perspective, if we go past here, it really ties in this section. We don't just have a bare ceiling. We can clearly see it right above the pod bed thing with the Starros inside, which just has a really nice effect, especially with these tree branches that you've got coming out over this side here. You've done such a good job. The corpse flower too on the wall, when we've got all this overgrown section underneath, is such a good effect. Look at the Starro in there too. It doesn't matter where we stand in this base. Every view is beautiful. Oh, he's so good. I particularly like this. It sounds icky, you know? I like and don't like it at the same time. We've got a portal. Look at the Starro on there. The way you've clipped the domed one in there so deep that it looks like he's up against it. That's so clever. He looks like he came through this portal. Right, I think we have a good theory going. I think that Danielle has the theory of what this base is for and how it's meant to function, and then Lucy has the theory of what happened in this base, right? All the different forms of research, and then they got in, and now we're burning them. That's what's happening in here. It's such a good base. And now we're going to ice. I'm so curious about this room now, too. We're freezing them instead? Maybe we're freezing them? We're testing both. The cat is everywhere! Ah, he's everywhere. I think I vaguely remember Smoove saying something about the cats, but I don't have it right in front of me. Actually, can I do it on here? No, I'm on my phone that has my Discord, so I can't look. I need to make notes next time I go into a base because I feel like he did warn me about the cats to some extent. I'm not sure exactly what he said. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. It's so beautiful. Oh, okay. He's got the wall pieces, the ice wall pieces that look fantastic in here. I think that one might even be, is it waterfall? No, that's not the waterfall piece. He has the sconces that have the ice drippings as well. We have a Starro that is coming through a portal, I assume, or either that or we're observing it through this portal or window. We have a creepy disgruntled cat that is everywhere. We have Starros all over the place inside here, surrounded by snow and ice. And look at this. This is insane. How he came up with this idea, I don't know. But he has the globe that has the, is it called a throne? I can't remember, where it's got all of the ice shards going across it on a stone. And then he's got the table of the Starro clipped inside there as though it's being stabbed by ice pieces. Brilliant! Which he is again clipped into the pool that works so well in here. I love this. Oh, and look at this. He's got like one right on the head of the snow angel. Like it's taken over the snow angel. That's not bad. That's a bad thing. That's not a good thing. Oh, wow. They look great too. Those are the two ice screens. So you saw the fire screens that were in the other room that he was using to make it look like we're burning Starro. This one is the ice one that they've got up with another Starro on here too. It's just beautiful. And look at the snow. He put snow inside of the tank. And the Starro up against the side looks like it's trying to get away from the snow pile in the middle. It's so clever. Oh, I love it. Why is there a throne? Was someone originally sitting here and then the Starros infiltrated? Or is that where they're meant to sit while they watch all of the Starros freeze to death? I don't know. This room feels like they've been trying to freeze Starros. Like another experiment. I love this. He's so good at this, isn't he? He's just a genius. Man, so good. So good. Oh, it's fog. He's got fog in there too from Halloween. I didn't realize until I got to the edge here, but he's got the fog in here so that it gives us a little bit more of a subtle entrance to the snow instead of just, here is snow. That's clever. Oh, like condensation. I love your brain. Now, this is clearly a room. I'm not sure if we're meant to go through here or if we're meant to go through where the chair is. I'm going to go through where the throne is because there's a little gap here, right? So I don't want to ruin his base. We're going to just leap through. It may not be how we're meant to come in, or it may indeed be where we're supposed to come in, but this is how we're entering. It's another experiment room. I feel like this one's a little hidden. Oh, look, he's got all the butcher equipment on the walls. No. Oh, I feel like this has been a lot of Starro torture in here. I say the wrong word too often. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the netting that is currently the wall. Maybe we're supposed to go through there, I'm not sure. But I didn't want to destroy it because it just looks so good. Look how many pieces he had to clip together to get that looking great. It's amazing. All right. We have, a Starro on people! He's got a person that's controlled by a Starro. He's clipped two pieces together for this with the stasis tube and then the mummify table, I think, that's clipped through, plus, sorry, 3 pieces, plus the actual Starro that he's put in there. Then the 2 computers at the front too. Oh, like monitoring stations. This is not good. I feel like this room is a little bit worse than the others. Look, it's got hooks above too. What has been happening in here? Oh, this room makes me think someone has been like secretly setting up a separate section in here and testing how the Starros interact with actual people that they've taken over. Which is awful because the people are still here. We've got one here, right? And then look! We've got another one! It's terrible! And the cat is everywhere! You're creepy and I don't like you! Why is the disgruntled cat so sinister and evil? I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Then we've got, I believe that's garage lab equipment that is there. See, even more so, he's got pieces in here that make it seem like they've haphazardly grabbed whatever technology they could get a hold of to be able to do this. Because we've got things that are old, things that look rusted. We've got things that look relatively new. We've got technology in different colors. This seems like maybe they're breaking some of the rules in here. Oh, that's so clever too. So this is the vampire table clipped with the Starro, which does not seem like a good thing either. Also, what has he got clipped over the top of the Starro? Or is that part of that Starro? See the blue section that's kind of got 3 prongs on it? Is that another table that is clipped through, or is that actually part of that Starro piece? Because I don't recognize that bit. But yeah, this, look at the claw and the chains above as well. This doesn't seem like it was sanctioned. Just saying. And he's got, like, the stretcher bed there as well, which means he's bringing in people, not just Starros. I feel like a bad person was working in here. More badlier than the Starros are. That's now English, okay? We have an anvil with a hammer. I've forgotten what that device is called at the back there, but the section, I believe it's like a trap you encase people inside, and there are like pointed pieces of metal all the way around the outside like a spike, and you seal it in and the person gets stabbed on the inside. I've forgotten what it's called, but that's horrible. And it's surrounded by all of these butcher's tools. And look at the Starro that he's got at the back there. That's bad. That looks like one that's been destroyed. Look, there's pieces! Oh, he's bad. Thank you! Lucifer said Iron Maiden. That is what it's called. Which I should remember. Because honestly, in Elder Scrolls, it's a big thing. Because if you become part of the assassins, you basically end up inside one of those with the Night Mother. Kind of. It's more of a coffin, but it's a very similar feeling. Then you've got just a garage tool case over here. I feel like this person is doing bad things. This is clever too. What is that? Man, and it's like he saved all of these unique kind of pieces of the Starro stuff specifically for this room where there's clearly bad things that have happened. Because, like, that one has pins in it and looks like the Starro itself exploded. This one's missing part of its body and is just pinned up there. This one is clearly growing something or being destroyed by something inside this case. I don't know. But it's yucky. And look, there's mess. We've got mess on the knives, on the hook that we've got there. Everything is yucky. I don't like it. This is a bad room. There's a sewing machine? What are they doing with the sewing machine? This is the worst room to be in. Oh, no. Look at all the screens, too. This one looks like it's alive and inside of some kind of a box or cell that is performing some kind of experiment or test, because with those screens there, it's like it's getting data from whatever test they're putting it through. It has a wheel and like a drill and a sewing machine and a knife. I don't like this room. Oh, this is clever. Look at the way he's clipped that piece into the Starro on one of the House of Legends tables. That's got the blue thing too. I feel like that blue part is part of the table, and I just have not seen that particular Starro table before, or I didn't pay close enough attention, because that looks like it might be one piece. But putting all this technology together is scary. So icky. I don't know. And then we've got, oh my goodness, this microscope? Is this the pieces a microscope? I'm not positive what it's called, guys. I'm so sorry. Again, with the screen and the Starros clipped inside. This is probably the least sinister of all the pieces in this room. Because there's no person attached, and the Starros, I mean, they don't look like they're in a good position, but they're not burning, they're not frozen, they're not exploded, they don't have their tendrils, tentacles, whatever their sections are called, ripped off and pinned on a wall, they're not on the face of a person being experimented on, you know, and they're certainly not over here with all of the vampire stuff, which looks like they've been stabbed with a bunch of stakes. This room is horrible. Oh, my voice is disappearing. I will say that the light or mirror on the ceiling makes sense in here too. Yeah, this is a horrible room and it's done so well. But I will say it's definitely not where my character would want to spend time. I feel like the person who runs this section would be like, oh, welcome to my lab. Would you like to eat this Starro that's going to attach to your face? And then they chuck me on this. And then the next second I'd be inside of this machine and being tested. And no. Let's leave. There we go. It's weird to have flight. Every time I do a base tour, I try to switch to flight so that we can do, you know, the going up in the air and getting a good shot of different areas. For sure. I feel like we have covered every single section in this base. And honestly, the top floor is still my favorite. Closely followed by the room with all of the bottled cities. So up here is definitely my favorite room. He did such a great job in here. Look how it's just so imposing when you walk in. And I'm curious if this is where, if the base indeed was infiltrated by a bunch of Starros, if this is where they got in. Because of this, right? This person should not have a bunch of Starro in this section. It should be where they're controlling this device. But no, it's now all Starros down here, which seems bad. It seems bad. But this room is so brilliantly done. Everything is clipped together so well. The room feels lived in. It's just beautiful. He does an amazing job. Danielle said, Danielle, aka L, aka Snow Bunny, aka Words Laura don't like me using profanity. Correct! But yeah, Snow Bunny is the name in the chat. Then Danielle is your actual name. L is the shortened version and also the name of quite a few of your characters. Reaper said, OMG, Starro, no! Oh, Danielle, Starro barbecue. Absolutely. Which I feel is probably the best way to go if we're trying to get rid of the Starros. Let's burn them. I don't like the burning room, but sure. Reaper said, yeah, this base is legit. Yes, it is. He has done a great job. But I will say, this base creator always does an amazing job. I'm always so impressed with everything that he does. And it makes me, I'm not ashamed of my bases. I just know that I am on a different level to this creator because he does such an amazing job. It's amazing. Lucy said, the Starro is just Scullo. He's the equivalent of the village idiot of the Starro. Yeah. That explains a lot. Tiny Lil said this base really went dark quickly. I like it, right? It was so wholesome. Look, if we go to wholesome might be a little bit of a strong term because they're clearly researching Starro stuff. But if we, too far, round this way. If we have a look in the front of this section, it turns dark very fast because over here, it's quite pleasant. Right? We've got little sections where we're looking up things. We've got some Starro, I'm not gonna lie, but the Starros that are out here look like they might not be real. It looks like they're just displays explaining things about Starros, and it escalates so quickly, because this is very pleasant. It's a very nice area. We've got a little black cat who likes to hang out in the library. It's all fine. And then it just gets worse and worse as you go through. And I can't lie, I do think it's really clever. This is the other room for people who weren't here earlier that I really, really love. It's just so well assembled. It's so busy, which I think is really nice. But if you look closely, you can see everything that's intended. We've got the telescope that is looking through this window. We can see the Starro that's infiltrated. We've got a bunch of bottled cities, potentially different areas where we have seen Starros infiltrating because we're researching, trying to find them. Whatever it is, this room is so brilliant and I love it. It gives me the same vibes that I get every time I play the Earth 3 load-in where we have that room that screens everywhere. That sort of vibe where it's like we're looking at everything going on everywhere, and that's kind of what this feels like, and I love it so much too. Lucy said, same plus it had sushi. What's same? That it went dark? I don't know. I'm lost, but also I had sushi for lunch, so it was good. Danielle said, don't hate AU, though AU have those deadly tiny jellyfish. Yes, we do. So there are some jellyfish in Australia. I don't know if they're always deadly. I think sometimes you can just become very, very unwell. Basically, the tentacles, when they come in contact with you, I think, if I remember correctly, feel like burning, and they stick, and trying to pull them off as well means they stick to your finger, stick to your hand. It's very, very icky, yucky, and it is dangerous because they can cause people to get very, very sick. They can cause people to die, as far as I remember. But take it with a grain of salt. I haven't looked it up in a while because I don't go to the beach. So it's not something I keep fresh in my mind, like spiders and snakes, which I do keep fresh in my mind. Oh, sweet. DarkHorus said, working on my league haul. Excellent. I actually have a league haul on my list that I need to go and do a tour of. It is from Superman, who is another YouTuber. That's Superman double N. And he suggested that maybe I could base tour it with a Chica. So I have not yet reached out to a Chica because I want to do so when I know I'm going to have the time to be able to do it with her. So I'm going to wait until I have moved house, which has not happened yet. We still have like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, until the settlement is finalized. We can go across and look at it and make sure everything is left the way that it needs to be for handover to us, and then we will start moving after that. That will take time. It's 2.5 hours away from here, so it will take me a long while to get it all across because I'm doing the majority of the moving. So it's gonna be a little bit exhausting. It will not affect my live streaming, but it may affect my video content, which is why we are doing all of base tours now as live streams until I have moved, which I'm really happy about because I love seeing bases. It's so fun. Also, it gives me ideas for mine, and mine are not there yet. Reaper said, dope videos, brother, especially your shorts. I like them all. So true. Your shorts come up so often, DarkHorus. So often. Reaper said, yeah, I missed the white ring, sadly, but caught the blue. Yeah, that's what happened to a lot of players. They saw that the Power Ray rings were coming in and a bunch of players were playing with White Lantern abilities, came back because they thought there was a new power set, didn't realize it was a ring that you only had for a limited amount of time, missed that one, got the blue. So my brother's account only has the blue on it, so he missed the white. On my daughter's account, I purposely didn't play it because I didn't think she'd want the white one. She doesn't play at the moment, but if she does in the future, I regret that choice. I will try to get her the white ring if it comes back in at any point, because yeah, I didn't realize how comparable that shield was to Hardlight shield that you receive. It's very, very nice. Works basically to the same effectiveness with the exception, oh god, English and I are not friends, of healing when it drops. Not only that, but it goes onto other players, which the Hardlight does not. So if you're a healer and you want to utilize it, it's going to shield and heal your other players as well, up to 4, I believe, from your group. Thank you, Junior said, beanies priority. Yes, it is. For one of my accounts it is, because my Future Laura currently has no beanie. And Abby Sue has created a Future Laura character that has a beanie. So she made Future Laura better than I did. That's a sad day. You know? Danielle said, I think I missed Power Ray augments should be sold in the marketplace. I agree. I think that would be good because these are things that do affect the effectiveness of your gameplay. I understand aesthetic things like that. It's how your character looks. If people miss out on something that looks nice, that doesn't affect their gameplay. But making things so restricted that people miss out completely on something that can make their gameplay better, I don't like that. It's one of the reasons I don't like that we have the Power Ray augments as rewards for an event that is FOMO. If you miss out, you miss out and it's gone. It's the same reason I don't like the collections for the, what are they called? Iconic abilities. So the Batman, the Wonder Woman, and the Superman one. It's the reason I don't like those being hidden behind time capsules. I also, if they did hear the fan base and go, oh, look, they want access to them in a different way, let's give it as the reward for the end of the campaign, I look at that as, well, thank you for listening, but there's no way that by the end of this campaign that these powers are going to be relevant still, and two, that they're comparable to the $100 cost of a Wolfpack token, and also the cost of the Legion that you can get for the allies. I don't think they're comparable. Frankly, I don't think that the price is accurate for those, because the effort that goes into leveling an artifact is far more than the effort that goes into leveling an ally. Why they both cost 100 to unlock, I don't understand. And I say 100, that's for the US standard pricing. You can get it on a discount. If you're in Australia, it's 124 for me. But yeah, I don't see those as comparable. If you're wanting to buy either the Wolfpack or the Legion, get that as a reward rather than buy at the end of the campaign, I would recommend Wolfpack, because that's negating so much more effort from your other characters than the Legion one is. Leveling an ally is much easier. So I don't understand their choice with that. But I mean, I'm hoping that they listen. I say that with, you know, full confidence that they won't, and give people access to anything that's going to give extra abilities and stuff in a little bit more of a versatile way, rather than something that is FOMO and blocked off like this. Potentially adding it back to the game as an extra option to receive as a reward, or giving us the ability to purchase it from the marketplace. They'll probably put it in Impmart if they do that. It's probably going to cost a lot, but then people at least have the choice, do you want to spend that or not? But yeah, honestly, I don't like the FOMO stuff that they do at the moment. Danielle also said, we already admitted we would like to pay for new powers added to DCUO, so available to earn, then to purchase seems fair. I agree. And also, what power sets used to cost compared to what these 5 abilities are costing us is an insane price difference. So if you do the buyout, it's going to cost you more to get 5 abilities that you then have to level up using metal and catalysts than it did to just buy a new power set in the game. Why would they not just chuck it in the Impmart, or at least on the marketplace in a section that says abilities or powers or augments? I don't know, whatever they want to do, because people will pay for it, and at the moment people will pay a lot for it too, because we're paying way more for these, and the comparison is insane. We used to get a full power set that I think Multiverse said was around $5 for him, a little bit more expensive for Australia, I would assume $7 to $8, and you'd get the entire power set for your character, which is heaps of abilities. But you go to a Power Ray augment, it's costing 10 times that amount potentially, and has only 5 abilities that you have to grind to get metal or pay to get metal to level up, plus get catalysts to break through. It's a lot to do that and receive those compared to what a power set used to be. It's an insane price difference. DarkHorus said, I cried for years to get Mummy back up. It finally happened. What Mummy? Movie? I don't know. Which mummy? I don't know. Reaper said, DarkHorus, I play Celestial too, bro. I love Celestial. It's my second favorite. And I wish that I did have to use these so many iconic abilities because I don't have Sunstone or Lasso. Honestly, the Lasso ability has been frustrating me up until recently. In fact, no, even recently, it still does it. So there's some kind of a glitch with it when I play. When you use the Lasso and you attach it to an enemy, or enemies, there's a release. You can release it. I can release it maybe, let's say, 70% of the time, and then 30% of the time the release glitches and I can't remove it. Not only that, when I can't remove it and I'm stuck trying to release, I can't cast anything. So I'm just wasting time trying to release something, and eventually it'll happen. I'm like, well, that was frustrating. So I removed it from my loadouts. I don't use it. But the Bat Swarm I definitely do use on my damage build, and the Sunstone Cape I do use on my tank build. I will say Celestial is my favorite, second favorite ability in the game, Fire being the first. And actually, I quite like Water too for the healing side. It's not my favorite for damage, but it is fun to play for damage. But Celestial I find really, really fun. I love the way that it looks. It's great. It's so nice, the purple side and all the skulls. I do wish there was a purple shield for it. I know I can use hard light, and at the moment I use hard light and the white shield for that build because the gold one I don't like because it's extra taps for a shield. That I find mildly annoying. But the combos that we have for all of the loadouts I'm fine with. As long as I look at them beforehand, I'll remember, and it's fun to play. Though I'm sure I'm not of the same caliber as DarkHorus with his gameplay. Lucy said the cat is really controlled by the Starro, and it's following me around trying to get me into that back room so my character can be taken over by a Starro and then experimented on in bad ways. Too nefarious, I don't like it. Junior said, I think this is all a front. It's an evil base. Geniusly done. Yeah, it seems like it, right? Because it just keeps getting badder, worse, evil, creepier. I don't know. My English is great. Right, we just keep going further and further into evilly type things. And this is where it starts to feel sinister. Because you're like, oh, yeah, they're using magic to try and find all the stars and work out the situation. But then it escalates, and it's like this. Where I feel like they've kind of infiltrated and taken over. And we've got the sound of the flies, and then this. We're just burning them. I mean, is this the last resort? We had nothing else to do. We had to burn them? I don't know. Reaper said, I wish they would rework Celestial, but sorry, back to you, AU. Oh, no. Don't feel sorry. If you have something you want to say, guys, I'm more than happy to read it and talk about it. I don't care, guys. That's what I love about live streaming, is that we have a conversation. Everyone's opinion comes forward. It's fantastic. So you do you. If you have things to talk about, do so. But I also wish they would rework Celestial. I do suspect that they're going to do a rotation, but I'm only guessing here, that we've done so far a healing ability, which is water. Next is going to be hard light, which is controller. So I suspect the next one might be a tank ability, just so it's a little bit fair for people who play all the different roles. If you're a damage, it really doesn't matter which one they do. But for the others, it does. And I'm hoping that after all those three, Celestial is the next one for the rework, but I don't know. We don't know what they're going to do. They may choose by different means. They may choose based on what story narrative they're going with. They may choose based on what's the easiest to rework before an ultimate recruitment event. We just don't know. They don't tell us these things, so everything is guesswork. Danielle said, ooh, the cat must be bait to catch the Starros. Oh, I hope so. Because then eventually he's going to be useless and he leaves, right? Just look at him. I don't know. Even if you look at his face at different angles, everything is sinister. I don't like you. Go away, creepy, creepy cat. I'm going to go. Where is there no cat? Like, there's one there. And then if we go over here, there's one there too. They're just everywhere. There's none here. We'll look over here, where he's done the beautiful thing with the babbling brook. They're very clever. Lucy said, this is how Santa gets the elves to make the toys. He just smacks a Starro on them and puts them to work. Yeah! Oh, that's such a horrible storyline, but can you imagine if we got a whole bunch of stuff to do with the Greed Lanterns? We can already do the fleas, right? It would be so creepy! Oh, I love it. That's such a good idea. Heroic said, hello, Shadow, you finished moving already. No, we haven't moved across anything. So all we've been doing is prepping over this side of this house, the first house. We won't be moving across until after the full month of settlement period. After that, it's going to take at least a month, I think, for me to move across, because there's stuff I have to do at the same time as moving. And the moving is 2.5-hour drive each time. So it is a long drive, which means a lot of my time will just be taken up driving from one place to another, which is fine. I'm happy to do that, but it means that It's gonna take forever to do it. Once we're there, though, then everything is good. Danielle said, that is clever, the mummy with the starro on its head. I know! It was so smart. I mean, I don't like the idea of going back in that room, but for the purposes of anyone who wants to look at the screen and see what we're talking about, it's over here. Look, the mummy with it on its head. That's so smart. And then also is it sarcophagus? I don't know, with it on the head too, really gives the impression that they're like experimenting on people who have starros attached. That's awful! Horrible, beautifully done. Reaper said, can you clip on the console? Dissected starro, is there a console that turns on? I don't see any. You might need to direct me better if there's one that I missed where we can actually activate something, but I don't think so. I'm not seeing any blue light anywhere. So I don't think so, but I mean, if I'm at the wrong section, tell me where to go back to and we'll check and see if there's something that I can activate. But as far as I can tell, there's none here that activate. I'm not sure. Danielle also said Iron Maiden. Thank you. I really forgot the name. Sometimes those words escape me. Reaper said, does anyone know if you can clip base parts on PS5? I never knew you can build like this. Yeah, I'm on PS5 right now. It works the same no matter what server you play on. You can clip pieces, no problem, as long as you're happy to put them in on top of each other. It does become tricky if you need to move them in little tiny movements to get them correct, because you do have to zoom into that piece and move it. You're better off working out how you want to stack them first and lining them up that way, otherwise you're going to end up with pieces being difficult to shift around. But yeah, you can clip pieces like this no matter what server or console you play on. But different bases do have different ways that you can clip. Some of them are a little bit more restrictive, like the Sunstone base is a tricky one if you want to clip a lot of pieces. There's areas that won't allow base pieces to land. Some areas still turn green and say that you can place it there. The second you put it down, it doesn't appear. So you have to be a little bit careful. There's also a base that's like this one here, not the Gothic base, but one that's got a similar layout. I'm very sorry, it escapes me which one it is, that also has very restricted placement. And there's one that has really versatile placement, like on the steps and stuff. I think it's the Dive? It's been too long, guys, since I've done it. I may be getting the wrong ones in mind. If I remember, I will let you guys know. But some of them have different areas where placement works well and doesn't work well. So just be a bit careful about which ones you're choosing for that sort of thing. But yeah, you can definitely build like this. It's something that I love doing, but I'm not as good as other people. There's a lot of really brilliant base builders, and Rill is definitely one of my favorite base builders. Outlander does an amazing job too. Caitlin from the Xbox, amazing job. There's so many amazing base builders. It's great. Danielle said, I know we do that in Elder Scrolls as well, but Elder Scrolls we can rotate the items in every direction. That's true. You get a little ball section that allows you to rotate, so you can rotate pieces back, forward, to little tiny adjustments and everything, which is nice. Whereas in DC they clip to a surface, so you can rotate it on the ground, rotate it on the wall, or rotate it on the ceiling. You can't pull it up inside the world and rotate it around to little tiny differences in angle, which is really fun to do. A little bit fiddly though when you're clipping pieces, but on Elder Scrolls you definitely can do something similar to this, but a little bit more versatile, which is good. I agree. Junior said this should be the next story in the game, right? This is a great story. I love it. And I mean, we did just talk about potentially having elves that get taken over by Starro. It could escalate to that, right? Reaper said, I remember in Skyrim you get the coffin with the Dark Brotherhood mother, Hella Creepy. Yeah, that's right. The Dark Brotherhood is what I meant by the assassins. And yeah, yeah, you're right. It's Skyrim. That's not necessarily Elder Scrolls. In Elder Scrolls, do we have the Night Mother? I don't remember. I went more Thieves Guild when I played Elder Scrolls last. It's been ages since I did that. But yeah, when you get locked inside the coffin, it's so creepy. And then she talks to you with her evil, creepy, mummified face. No. Reaper said, wow, that room is crazy good. Which room, dude? All of the rooms are good. It's probably the upstairs, right? That's my favorite room. Hang on, we're going back up. I just keep running around. I mean, it's good because if I don't run around, I currently have my UI off, so I can't actually see if my character is away. So what if she ends up away and then I log out in the middle of doing the stream, which, I mean, honestly, I don't think it would matter too much because the stream doesn't drop unless I leave DC completely, and it just takes me back to the character selection screen. So it wouldn't drop the live, but we want to see the base because it's so freaking amazing. Look at that. This room is insane. I love it. It's just so pretty. Oh, he did so good. Danielle said, I have to think of the horrors crawfish go through when they get boiled alive. But sure, done. Stop me from enjoying eating them afterwards. Lol. What do you mean? What are horrors crawfish? They're boiled alive? I don't know. Or horrors? Horrors crawfish. I need more information, or maybe less information. It sounds bad. Reaper said, dang, that's dark but true. Darn it, what's dark? I'm missing something clearly. I hate to think of the horror crawfish of the horror that crawfish go through, maybe, when they get boiled alive. Oh, yeah, no, boiled alive is awful. Awful, yes, I agree. That is dark and horrible. Danielle said, you know you're added to Spectrum Lantern Core. I've been added to quite a few things. I do need to update my list for everyone now that I'm actually going through the bases, so I will be doing that within the next week so that we can see what bases I'm going to be touring. I'll put up an order where I've checked them all, and I can see which ones I have to skip because people have not given me base access and league hall access, and then people will know in what order I'm doing them. Unfortunately, I don't know that I can give you guys times that I'm doing them because it's basically when I have a free moment, that's when I go and do it. And that's what happened today, which is why I wasn't expecting a lot of people to be able to join me for the live stream, to be honest, because I know this is a bad time of day to do it for most people who watch my content. It's fine for me, but for everyone else, not so much. So I may not be able to give a list of when I can do them, but I will be doing them and I will be able to tell you who's coming next and what bases we're looking at. So yeah, I'm looking forward to writing that list too, because I've got so many things I want to see. And I think Chris Reeves Superman is really hanging out waiting for me to do his. I'm eager to do his. His are very high up on the list as well, so that will be fun. Lucy said, do I smell a possible crossover? Yes, you do! Is this crossover going to be Elder Scrolls and DC? That would be crazy. And I love that plan. Yes, please. Danielle said, my Blue Lantern has use of the Razor art till I hit 200, so I can use last year's Wolfpack token. Oh, that's so smart. Yeah, level it on one character, then Wolfpack it. That is a good way to go. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the Razor artifact. I haven't got it to 200 yet. I'm not using it in conjunction with Paige. I find, even though Paige, I understand how strong it is. I know how sought after it is. I know that endgame players are utilizing it, and I understand all of that. I personally find it annoying. I find it annoying when I'm playing with those players and they're continuously getting knocked out when they're not even doing anything, and we're having to pick them up, which I realize is people who are leveling them at the time and are still utilizing them when they don't have things that compensate for the health issues. But I find that very annoying for the continuous pickups. And then I also just find it annoying on my own character because where I could previously play without watching my health bar, I now have to watch my health bar, and I find that annoying too. But if I've got Razor all the way leveled up and I look at the page and go, well, look, I've leveled all the ones I wanted, maybe I will do so at some point. But honestly, artifacts come out so fast. They're always giving us battle relevant ones, which means my damage build is going to be able to utilize most of what they give us. And so it's very, very unlikely that I'm going to use it because I find it annoying. So my build will not be the ideal build for endgame. But have I ever really done that? No, never. Danielle said $15 for a full power set originally unless you were a member. Oh, probably Multi was a member. But if it was new, you still had to pay, I think. See, even if we say it was $20 for a full power set, even if we were paying $20 for the full power set, and right now if they gave us the 5 ability power rate augments at $20, what you're paying for is so different. You got a full power set with $20 originally, let's say, for an example, but 15. And then now if you paid it, you end up with something you have to level on each individual character separately with metal and with catalysts. It's time and potentially money. You know, it's very, very different what we get these days. Danielle also said took 20 days to earn a power rate augment in game. Yes, that's true. So I figured $20 in marketplace is fair. A bit much, but fairish. I agree. If it was $20 at the moment with what everything else is priced at, the majority of which is cosmetic, that would be a reasonable price, and I think that makes sense and people would pay it. If they did $50, which was what I'm suspecting they'll do, it's excessive, but they're giving us pieces in that Imp Mart that are really, really expensive. So and like they give us the supposed discount at the start. I say supposed because I don't see it as really a discount. I see when they escalate the price to be a ridiculous price. But honestly, the discounted price is still expensive. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot. Tiny Lil said that Freepy Cat is cute. Do you mean Freaky? Freepy. He's not cute. He's evil and sinister, and we don't trust him, okay? Is he even in this room? He is, right? No, he's not. Oh, freedom. Sweet freedom. The flies. Reaper said, I can never find a DC content creator with a Celestial DPS loadout rotation that doesn't use iconic abilities. It's like new loadouts are Frankenstein creations. That stitches in iconics. So, look, we're going to have to wait till I move house, but I've been asked multiple times to do content where I explain my loadout sets. I plan to and already have loadout sets that utilize absolutely no iconic abilities and no power rate augment abilities, and then I tell you guys what you start with and where you can make swaps for those things. So I will be starting with fire. It's my main build. It's the one that most people have asked for. I'll show you what loadout set I use if I don't unlock iconics, and then if I do unlock iconics, and then if I use iconics that have been unlocked through gameplay, and then if I use the power rate augment rings. So when I say iconics, if you go in here, you can do a full power set without utilizing anything from in here, right? Not even the ones that everyone has access to, so like the heat vision and the hard light shield. You can do it with none of these things. But then I will also say these are the ones you can swap in from the iconic abilities that are up the top section we all get. Then I will explain which ones of these you can swap in if you so desire. Then we'll go to power rate augment rings, and then people will be able to build what I build based off of what they have access to. And if you have no iconics, you will still be able to do this. Now, fire will be the first one I do, but Celestial will be next because Celestial is my second favorite build, and it's the one that I know how I play well. I know what to use whether I do or don't have iconics. But I will pre-warn people. I don't play to be the best of the best and have the strongest build ever. I play for fun, and I play what's comfortable. So when I say these are the loadouts I use, it's because they're comfortable for me, they're easy to use, the cooldown on them is really good, and I tend to play things based on if I'm solo playing. So if you have like an entire league, and your character as a DPS is dependent on a healer, a tank, and a controller being in your group, that's not what I create. What I create is something that I can build and play solo if I want to, without being dependent on anybody else. And that's what my standard loadout is. It's also when I add my iconics in, I utilize them in the same way. So if you're looking for an end game build that is based off of only the ability that you have, I don't create that. I don't play end game. I don't care that much about it. Every now and then I'll run the elite stuff. I definitely play a lot of the elite solo stuff because that's really easy to do as someone who builds something that's designed for fun solo play. But yeah, if you're looking for an end game build for Celestial or Fire or whichever ones I do in what order, I don't do that. So I probably would not give you the absolute best recommendations for that. But if you're someone who likes to solo play, likes to not be dependent on other players whenever you do load-ins and things, I do that. That's what my builds basically always are. So that will be coming, but guys, it's going to take at least 2 months because I have to move house, and then once I've settled into the house, I'm going to have to go through all my content and work out what order everything needs to go in, so it'll take a little bit. Danielle said, I know a player that does very good DPS Celestial loadout. See if I can remember his name. Oh, excellent. Hopefully you've got it. She said, add D1M M0K. Not sure if that's a 0 or an O. Okay, good. But his loadout is awesome. Excellent. So someone has created a loadout set. Beautiful. You don't have to wait for mine. Mind you, if you search hard enough, you can usually find someone who does a loadout set for everything, which is really good. You could also go back to Obsidian Chill's older videos. Now, I understand that artifacts are going to be very, very different from what he originally had set in, but he did have a good loadout set, and that was before iconic abilities were getting added in. It's a good starting off point. It's what I did originally when I was creating my builds, is I'd watch his content, I'd go from what he had for loadouts and everything, and then I'd go, okay, my stat points are here, so I need to swap these out because I can afford to use them. I can't afford the others, the cooldown takes too long, I don't have enough power. And then I go, my artifacts are here, I need them to be able to be utilized to the extent that I have them and not what he has them. And then I also went, I don't have a league who is carrying me for healing, for controlling, and for tanking, so my character needs to do that herself, and those things all got swapped out to accommodate that mentality of the way that I play. So if you can't find someone who has a good build that's not using iconics, highly recommend going and looking back at Obsidian Chill stuff and adapting from what he has there, because he does have good advice for loadouts. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Reaper said it feels like DC is becoming more eyes hungry, but I still can't stop loving this game. I'm 31 and been playing for years. Yeah, this game is so addictive. I love it so much. I will say a lot of what we get is cosmetic stuff, but honestly, as we've said multiple times, the end game is the styles, right? That's the main thing I do on here. I love it. Styles is so much fun. I will say my character's style hasn't changed in a very long time. Since I started YouTube, she's looked almost exactly the same. But I have added the mournful shoulders to her and the Witchmother hands. But yeah, styling in this game is fun. Base building in this game is fun. One of the things I love about this game is that you can play it different ways. You can play as a soloist. You can play as someone who's in a league. You can play to play endgame. You can try to be elite. You can build bases and work towards getting items for your base. You can do styling and work towards having characters that look like iconic characters, or indeed have ones that have their own narrative, the way that DarkHorus does, so that, you know, you've got different characters with different backstories and things like that, which is something we love. A lot of people, or a few people in Discord currently have added their backstories for characters, but I know a lot of people who do have backstories, and I really enjoy that side of it too, and it explains the style pieces that you choose. Some of it is, some people are completionists and they just want to come into the game and get as many stat points completed or feats completed as you possibly can. You can play this casually, you can play this hardcore, it just depends. And there's nothing that I've seen in an MMO or otherwise that is so versatile for however you want to play. And I'm someone who has played a lot of things solo or duo with my mum, duo with my best friend. And that's mainly what I like to do. But however you like to play, this game is so versatile and really fun. So yeah, it's nice to see people coming back and people restarting this game as well. It's nice to see this game is still pretty much going strong in spite of some of the things that people are upset about with the developers, including myself. Junior said, I recently changed to PS5. Ooh, from Xbox, and I missed all those powers. Oh no. So I really hope they let us buy the white and blue ring. I do too. Honestly, even not just for my own sake, I hope they bring back all of the rewards we've received thus far as something that people can select by either purchasing from the marketplace or, as I said earlier, giving us a reward box with all of the old rewards. Like, give us a reward box, 2025 reward box. All of the different rewards we could have received throughout that, and let people play content to receive that box and make choices. I would really love to see if they gave us the ability to choose to play multiple times through something to get multiple of those boxes and potentially get those rewards, because at the moment FOMO is not something I really like. I understand that there's a lot of games that do it, but it's not as much fun if I'm always playing because I'm worried I'm going to miss out on something. And even though short term it does seem to do very high amount of gameplay, high amount of income, and the income when people have to purchase from the Imp Mart or from the marketplace to level different things up. If I'm only playing a game because I'm afraid I'm going to miss out and it lasts like a year and that's the only reason I play, I'm not going to stay. Because if I'm not having fun, which is the main reason I play a game, I'm not sticking around. I stick around because it's fun. Now, I will say at this point, the FOMO annoys me, but this game is still fun. I love playing with you guys. I love seeing bases. Styles I enjoy. Going to the new episodes I enjoy, even if they frustrate me, like being grounded in the solo, or like having to do escort missions and Kaznia. Those things frustrate me, but they're a very small part of the game, so they're not going to deter me from playing. DarkHorus said only played Elden Ring. As in, other than DC, that's the only game you've ever played? I doubt that. I'm clearly missing something, but I mean, Elden Ring vibes and Elder Scrolls vibes are something that are a little bit similar. So, it makes sense. Also, my chat's failed. Oh, geez. Okay, the whole thing just scrolled. Never mind. I was going to say my chat just froze and won't scroll, but it suddenly scrolled all on its own. Let me just set it back to all messages, because it's doing that thing again where it says top messages only, and sometimes we end up missing some. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, what did I miss? This. Danielle said I'd only use Page on my Black Lantern or lanterns in my Villain Lantern core. I stick with the theme, even if it hurts me, lol. See, I do try to stick with the theme on quite a few characters, but if there's something that I feel is going to be a detriment to when I do load-ins with other people, I won't do it. I don't like pissing other people off, and if it's something that I don't see as something I love, then it's not going to happen. So, Page at the moment, I understand how good it is, but for me, I can't be bothered with it. It's too much effort to get it to where I need it to be to function well. and then it's going to be replaced by another artifact. Something else will come into the game. So I'm not that enticed by it at all. And I play sleepy sometimes. So when I play DC, sometimes I'm half asleep, and I need to not have to concentrate on my health bar during that time. And my characters are built, especially any fire tanks that I have, they're built so that I don't even have to watch that health bar. I can solo a lot of stuff with them. I'm not as good as Superman, obviously, and other people who have elite endgame characters, but my character functions well enough that I can get through a lot of content just by myself, and it's easy. My loadouts are easy. I'm never like hard up for power or anything, so that's my preference of way to play, at least. Lucy said, I did work on my penthouse base and will post pics of it on Discord Sunday. Yay! Lucy, I just realized the only place where I'm not going to be able to do live streaming of base tours is the Switch. We have to still do videos because I still have more of your bases to look at. Okay. That's okay. I mean, I'm not up to the Switch anyway. It's US. I've got some EU and Xbox still on the list, but US first, and we're going to rotate like I normally do. Tiny Lilith said, I agree, I don't like the page of the black artifact. It's not my playstyle. I hate anything that hurts your health. So do I. And I'm playing a fire tank. Like, if there was a build that was designed to work well with page, fire tank is the one. You chuck the page and the razor on, and my character should be able to utilize it to its fullest extent. But I hate it. I hate it. It's annoying. So no thank you. Danielle said, I agree, Lilith. Yup, play for fun, whatever is fun for you. Yeah, I agree. It is, I must admit, it's really, really nice to see people utilizing builds that aren't endgame because it's more creative and fun. I also really like when they're using powers because of a backstory they have for their character. Guys, it's so fascinating. You guys are so creative with what you have for your characters as well. I love that. So when I see people not playing endgame loadouts and everything, I'm interested. Mind you, I'm also interested when I see them playing those. So it's fun either way. It's you can play this game any way you like, which is so nice. Hello, Para! Para said, hey, Shadow, hey, everyone, and is using the correct color of heart, purple. Thank you! Nice to see you, Para. Reaper said, I would love that so much because it would definitely help so many people with loadouts with no iconics for new people. Yeah, that will be something I'm doing. I have to wait till I move house high, guys. That is going to be videos. It will be a bit of an undertaking because I want to make sure I timestamp everything as well so you guys can go to the section that's relevant for you. I want to address artifacts and things, what is good, what isn't, and why I choose the ones that I choose, because I choose artifacts that make my gameplay easy, not ones that make me the strongest. So I want to highlight that and explain that as well, because I don't want people to think that what they're coming to when they come to my video explaining my loadout choices is they're going to be able to play elite content or endgame content with no issue. It won't be that. It definitely won't be that, because my artifact choices are what is fun and easy for me to play, particularly as someone who can solo most things, you know? DarkHorus said, need more League Hall base items and themes. Yeah, and more slots. We don't have enough slots of places to be slots. The amount that you can put into a League Hall isn't high enough. Because we can't like cover everything nicely the way you can in one of these smaller bases, and that frustrates me. But that would be really, really nice. And League Hall base items, really, really nice large ones would be great. Even those carpets, they gave us a bunch of carpets. There are some nice big ones that fit in a base. Give us one that can fill the floor of one of those League Hall sections. Like a big section of it would be so nice. But carpets are a very simple choice. But anything that ends up being something we can put into a League Hall because it's nice and large and fills the space would be wonderful. It seems like they're getting a little bit back more into doing furniture for us, though I will say what we've received thus far is a little bit simple or repetitive. Like the carpets are repetitive of each other. When we received the plants, they were repetitive of each other. But hopefully if they keep creating these really beautiful open worlds, they can utilize those forms that they've created and make it into base pieces for us. And their open worlds are beautiful and very, very detailed, so hopefully we can get those pieces or something like that. Para said, styles are the end game. Right! This is how my daughter was able to convince me to go and play Dress to Impress, is because styles are endgame. You know what's great though? On Dress to Impress, you can clip your styles on top. So you could put it, I get on DC right after playing and go, yeah, this is not right. Because I want to clip multiple items over the top of one another. And I can't because it's the wrong game. It messes with my head a little. Danielle said, Reaper, are you using Celestial for a Black Lantern tune? He said, yeah, pretty much snow. Excellent! Because Danielle has a Lantern Leagues, and they are specific criteria leagues where you need to have a particular power set for a particular type of lantern, and they work very brilliantly. I think she's done a great job with that, and hopefully we see more power ray augments come in that are lantern rings, even if they're not the next ones, because then your leagues are going to be so kick-ass. Right? They're going to be so good because they'll have the right power set with the right color, and then they'll have the power ray augment that allows them to use actual abilities for that lantern. It'll be so brilliant. Then they can grab the gloves that you can get currently from the vendor and put the correct ring color on too. I'm just a little too excited, right? I'm calm. I'm fine. Everything is fine. XD said hi. Oh, hi, by the way, XD. He said, oh, hi, Shadow. I take it this is your stream where you're doing best stuff. Best stuff? I don't know what that means. This is a stream where I'm looking at someone's base that they created in the game, and they asked me if I could have a look. Actually, no, I don't think Smoove asked me. I think I asked him. I can't remember if I could look at his bases, or maybe he was friends with Outlander, and Outlander got me in contact with him, and he was like, hey, I have some bases if you want to have a look. And I was like, yes, because I can't help myself. But yeah, we're just looking at a base today, and I will be live streaming looking at bases for the foreseeable future until I'm settled into the new house. Then we'll go back to videos. You guys will have future Laura back. But in the interim, this is the way we're doing it. Danielle said, you on US PSPC server. Yes, I am. I'm currently... Oh, she's talking to Reaper. Never mind. Danielle said, I have 2 black lanterns, one being Lord Necron. Oh, great. I have a fun build, even with the nerve damage from my spine damage. Oh, no. I mean, I understand, but that's awful. I mean, it's clever the way you've incorporated it, not gonna lie, but the fact that that has happened to you is very, very sad, and I'm really sorry, even if it is something you're used to. It's awful that you've got chronic pain. Danielle also said, Lord Necron, pretty sure those are zeros. Oh, fair enough. Reaper said, nice Snow, do you have a YouTube channel? She does, but it's not DC related. She's creating a game, which is amazing and so creative, and I've had a look at quite a bit of it, and I really, really love the way she's created her main character that we've got for the narrative. You can see the environment as well. It's very, very beautiful, so well done. And that, I can't remember, is it an opening sequence for your narrative that you've got with the music that makes it, like, it suits it so well. She's done such a good job. Highly recommend going and having a look. I will link it along with any other YouTuber I've mentioned. So DarkHorus' channel, I will link in this as well so that you guys can go across and see their content. But so clever what Danielle is doing over there. Oh, literally, Danielle said, I do, but my YouTube channel is for a game I'm developing, Dead World Universe Online. Sorry, I'm plugging something you already told them. Never mind. But I mean, still, everything I said is still true. Danielle said, oh, to add as a friend, and I will show you loadout in-game. That's beautiful! Excellent. See, all the connections being made. Tiny Lilith said, Iconic did a video on how to do that long solo under 10 minutes, and I did what he did, and I went from 18 to 12 minutes solo elite. Oh, that's wonderful! I can't remember how long the solo elite takes me. I should time it, shouldn't I? I've done it a bunch of times, too. And it's funny, because I'll sit next to my mum. We will do something together, like, you know, the alerts, and get them completed, and then I'll leave the group and I'll do the solo in the elite version. And my mum is sitting next to me, and I'm like, ugh! Oh! Over and over because of being grounded, and my poor mom has to put up with me continuously whinging next to her because I really hate it. Like, it just makes it so long and slow, and if I wasn't trying to get renown, I wouldn't be playing that solo as much as I have been. But man, so frustrating. Paris said, Shadow, do you have time to pop over to EU and help with the Zamaron event alert? I'm still stuck and no one wants to play. It depends what time this stream finishes, because we looked at the base already, but I mean, I do love the base. We're gonna go back to my other favorite room because it's just so pretty and I like it so much. But it might depend what the time is, because if we end up here for another 40 minutes, the answer will be no. But if not, then I shouldn't have too much trouble popping across and helping you get the alert as well. We shall see. I'll let you know when we get to the end of the stream. But this happens every time, doesn't it? We end up with something that we chat for ages, which I love. I'm perfectly fine with that. Danielle said... Oh, Daniel's talking to Reaper. Never mind. Oh, good. Tiny Little said, I don't really use a top end game loadout that I have found on YouTube, and I still come in top 3 damage. Yeah, that's the thing. I queue up with random people most of the time. It's, you know, whoever's on at the time, that's who I end up with. Unless I'm streaming, then I end up with you guys specifically, or a multi-stream with everyone who's on multi's channel specifically. But yeah, I've found what I have for loadouts and artifacts and everything is not endgame. It is not. It is not the best damage that you can do. But a lot of times in the load-ins that I'm in, it's the best damage in the group. So it clearly does well enough that I can play with everyone else and still do relatively or exceptionally well. I mean, it's not going to happen every time. If I load into an elite version, I'm usually the lowest to second lowest damage for the damages. So if there's like healer, controller, tank, obviously they're going to have lower damage than me. But for the actual damages that are in there, I don't always get top. I'm not really aiming to get top. Usually if I do run elite, it's because I'm aiming for renown or because someone asked me, you know? But I do well. I do well enough that my character doesn't suck. So, you know, it depends who you load in with and depends what kind of a loadout other people have. But because I just play with anybody, my loadouts work great. My damage output is high. Most of the time, because I'm playing fire tank for the majority of it too, my healing is quite high. So, but I'm healing myself. Rayshon said, Shadow, I no longer have an Xbox console. Oh no, what happened? Is it because you swapped consoles? Oh, he said, I sold it yesterday, I only have PS4 Slim. Well, that's still, you can still play DC. This is the important thing, you know? DC is very important. Danielle said, yep, Laura, I consider the rings as advanced moves so that those players without the rings are still considered a lantern in our leagues. Understandable. I really do hope they give us the option. Like, I understand they've given us the ring. It seems to be only on one side, so one glove. You can edit the color of it, which I really love. Wish it had a glow. A little bit sad it doesn't have a glow. But I also wish that we could get that as a ring for the finger without the glove. And I wish we could get it for the right or the left or both. And I'm hoping maybe they put that down the track some other time, particularly with a glow, so that people are able to, for example, play a red and put the blue ring on the other finger, or play, I don't know, play the green, put a white ring on the other finger, blue ring on the other finger, whatever it is, so that you can have both. Or, like if you're in one of Danielle's leagues, you could have a black lantern and you could put a black lantern ring on even though you're playing celestial. You could have a white lantern, put a white lantern ring even though you're playing electric, you know? So I would love to see them do something like that too. It does also seem like maybe they've been listening a little bit because they did give us that ring on that glove, but I don't know. It could have just been like a design choice when they went to do it because he does have a ring. So I'm hoping that we end up with something where people can have a different glowing ring on your characters on different hands so you can utilize two if you so desire. Because I just think that would be fun and very versatile. Rayshon says, on PlayStation I own 17 games. Yeah, I played Dress to Impress. Oh, no way! On my Roblox, lol. My channel's hella Roblox based and I want to become a DC content creator. I just feel low-key late. Oh, I was late. But I'm honestly, it's so much fun. You could do both. You could have multiple games. It's absolutely my favorite game. I mean, I have 2 channels for gaming. I have this channel where I play every now and then. It's rarer. It will probably become a little bit more consistent once we've moved house, but you know, you can do whatever it is that you desire that it's going to be fun, because man, DC is so fun. Oh, really? Junior said Arisia is winning. Interesting. I wasn't sure who was going to win in that vote, so for people who don't know, whenever we're doing a live stream as a group together, I put a poll out on my channel. Usually the poll will be one of 2 things. Either it's asking you guys what you want to get completed, or it's doing specifically raid/alert/open world bosses, and you guys choose my character that I play. And currently we have a vote for which character I'm going to play, and one of the characters is Arisia, who is a Green Lantern. And I wasn't sure who was going to win this vote, because I mean, Raven is in there and people love him. Then Spider-Man is in there, people love him. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But good to know. Good to know Arisia is winning. We've still got a few more days before I confirm which one it's going to be. But awesome. I love all my characters. So every time you guys vote one in, I'm always happy to play them. Lucy said, better late than never. Better late than never? Oh, for Reaper. That's true. I agree. And honestly, even if you are late, who cares? Who cares? Be late to the game. Make your content. If people like you and your content, then it won't matter that you're late to the game. Danielle said, yep. Oh, this concept video to set the mood. Yes. I highly recommend watching that. It was so, I don't know, nice. It gave me the vibe of what the environment is going to be like, what the game is going to be like. I love that. It was so good. XD said, can I come by and show what characters they made? Because I actually made some interesting characters. One of them is evil version of My Little Pony characters. Not today. When I do my next live stream, though, yes, absolutely, I would love to see people's styles. But if I start doing extra stuff on top of this base tour, which I have been finished with for quite some time, I'll end up here longer than I have enough time for. I've got about 34 minutes before I do need to leave. So I'm going to try and get through all of the chat and make sure we keep the conversation until that time. And then once we hit that time, I will head out. But I'm more than happy to see other people's styles and things, but just not on this stream. It'll be on one of the group ones that I have listed on all of my socials. It's also listed on this channel in my posts section. It shows you the 3 dates, which are for US server, EU server, and Xbox. So that would be the days that I'm able to look at everyone's styles and things. Lucy said, XD, I read what you said and my brain just had a flashback to Robot Chicken's Apocalypse Ponies. I mean, if you've got pony styles, I'm really excited to see. Did you do Rainbow Dash? Because Rainbow Dash is apparently me. When my family chooses which ponies we are, I get both. Sometimes it's Rainbow Dash and sometimes it's Applejack, but I like Rainbow Dash more because she flies. So, and Applejack is on the ground. She can't fly. She doesn't even have a horn. She's just a farmer who has a lot of apple trees, which is actually great. But yeah, if I had to have a personality of one of them, I think I'm more like Applejack. But Rainbow Dash is 20% cooler. For anyone who doesn't get that joke, you're going to have to watch My Little Pony. Reaper said at Lucy, tour right, better late than never. Oh, too right. Better late than never. I agree. If this is the game that you love and this is what you want to play, then do it. People can tell if you're enjoying something or not enjoying something too. If you really enjoy this game, people will get the vibe and enjoy it too. At least that's what I've found. If I see that someone is enjoying a game, I'll watch even if it's a game I don't care about, because that person's excitement rubs off, and enjoyment rubs off. Sometimes peaceful vibes work great too. I will watch a YouTuber or listen to a YouTuber because they're just peacefully playing a game and explaining things and their choices, and that's calming. So, different things work. David, you said hello to me in game before I did this stream, and I went to reply and you logged out. You left me, man. So I sent you mail so you knew I had actually tried to reply. It just didn't work. David said there's a YouTuber who's been streaming a DCUO character based on Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle. Really? I saw someone with a Ninja Turtle character in game and took pictures because they looked so amazing. I let them know that their fit was sweet, but I don't know if it's the same person. I have no idea. I don't even remember what console I was on. I think it was Xbox. But so cool, right? Don't you love when people embody a character and play it through the narrative in the game? It's so fun. So fun. Danielle said, far as I'm concerned, if the group completes the content and you are on the scoreboard, then you are a winner too, lol. Exactly. As a group, we did it. That's it. Reaper said that's a nice way of looking at it. So true. But I will say, look, even though I've said specifically what my loadout set is, what my artifacts are, they're for fun. They perform well. They're not bad or anything. So you probably can run quite a bit of content with them. It's just that I build to be self-sufficient. So if I end up doing something with a group of people and they're all dependent on each other for power, for health, and they need a tank, usually I don't need it. I can cope without it, and I can usually switch to tank because I usually use a tank build, which is fire, and if it's necessary for someone to take damage, I just switch. So, yeah, it still performs really, really well. It's just you're not going to be the best of the best, sir, with honors, Reaper said I just picked Raven. Oh, Raven is one of my favorite characters. Actually, if I had to pick a favorite DC character, Raven is my first choice. I love her. I relate to her the most out of all of them. Lucy said, I'm shocked Spidey isn't winning. I know! Seeing how we got the new Spider-Man trailer, I so thought it was going to be between Raven and Spider-Man. I'll be honest. I thought people would pick Spider-Man because it's a favorite, or Raven because they know it's my favorite. But I wasn't expecting Aracia to win. So if she's winning, I'm more than happy to play her. She's such a cool character. Hello, Demon King! He said, hello, Miss Shadow and chat. Hello, it's nice to see you. Everyone's awake. I'm so surprised how many people are here. I really thought I'd be doing the stream just chatting away without anyone turning up because of the time of day. But it's lovely to see everyone. Thank you so much. Danielle said, I don't even look at the scoreboard, I just look if I had fun and we won. Yeah, that's the same. I actually have started to look at the scoreboard now because people, when I live stream, like to see it. So I leave it up for them. I don't care. As long as I'm not the bottom of damage, I'm happy. So I very, very rarely am I the bottom of damage. It's usually when I'm chatting too much and don't pay close enough attention to my gameplay, which is, not my character's fault. That's my fault. Oh, and also I should move my character, because if she is away, that would be bad. We should go to some of the nice places, right? The little library section here is nice. Not the creepy places that are further along. Reaper said, good night, everyone. Thanks for the convos. AU, you're the best. Oh, thank you. Oh, I hope you have a really good sleep. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for voting in Raven. She's an amazing character. Demon said, I'm currently working on my base at aka my throne room. Oh, sounds fancy. Excellent! I love when people are doing their bases. I'm going to have so many to look at. I will make sure, so for anyone who wasn't here earlier, when I do base tours, it's 2 per person at a time. So if you have 2, I will do 2. If you have 1, I will do 1. If you have 10, I will do 2. And then your character or your extra bases go to the bottom of the list and we keep cycling through that way. Because I'm doing this as a live stream as well, rather than making 1 live stream per base, it will be per person asking or per character. So if you have 2, I'll do those 2 bases in 1 stream so we can have a look at both from the 1 person. The reason I'm doing it this way is because there are a lot of people who come to my content and look for something specific. I don't want them to have to scroll through a whole bunch of live stream trying to find their base or their character. I want it to be easy. So even if we did back-to-back base tours from different people, I would stop the live and start a new live so that they can find their base easily, because when it's a live stream I can't timestamp it the same way I can when I do a video edit. So just so everyone's aware, that's how that's going to work. If you are on the list and I haven't got you as one that I look at, it's because I don't have access to your base as well. So some people, I assume, removed me because 1, maybe I was taking too long, or 2, because they specifically wanted as a video, not a live stream. That's perfectly fair enough. Leave them as ones that I can't access. But if you do want me to tour it and I end up skipping you, please let me know and give my character access, and then I'll put you back on the rotation in the place where you were, so that I don't end up missing out on it. But just so everyone's aware, if I skip you, it's because I can't get in. Tiny Lilith said, you will like the Razor artifact because the more you heal yourself, the more it works and it hits like a trunk. I am aware. I am leveling it. The Razor artifact is so much fun to use. I really, really like it. And even though a lot of people use it for compensation with Linnea's amulet or for Paige, I'm just using it on my battle build and my tank build at the moment. I will decide once it's at 200 where I'm keeping it. But it is fun, and my character self-heals so often, especially on my damage build. It's heal damage, because she takes hits harder than my tank. But it's so fun, at least at this stage. I don't know what I have it at. I don't think it's this character either. Sorry, because I play different servers, I'm pretty sure it's on EU. Yeah, not on this character at the moment. It'll be my EU character that has it. So, yeah, I've been mucking around with it, and it's fun. David said, I'm glad you like my Nova style shadow. I did. It's so good. Your styles are always great though, David. You do such a good and accurate job of them, which it's very impressive. It's really nice to see. I mean, your Killer Frost is amazing. I might need to go back and have a look at what pieces you used for that, because I just recently put my Killer Frost hair on my Frozen. I have a character called Miss Frosty, I think, and she's doing the Killer Frost style on her. I just collected the hair on her too on Xbox, and now I need to get the style pieces correct, and I'm going to probably look at yours and be like, yeah, those pieces work great. I'm going to copy David and then make little changes for things that I like probably. But yeah, your styles are always beautiful. That's good night. Danielle said Scorching is really nice. Scorching chroma material? I may have missed something. I'm not sure what I missed. I'm so sorry. David said, I'll be able to adapt the Nova style to make a Jean Grey Phoenix style too. Yes. Oh, is the Scorching in reference to the piece that was used on David's style? I just realized the connection. Yes. And absolutely you will be able to. I've multiple times when we've been doing a 0 to 30, so usually for ultimate recruitment event, I'll do this. Mind you, if they take forever for the next ultimate recruitment event, I might do a couple of 0 to 30s anyway. But the last time I did that, I did them right before they started an ultimate recruitment event. So we did 6 in a row. US, EU, Xbox, US, EU, Xbox. It was insane. But yeah, if they don't bring us an ultimate recruitment event anytime soon, I'll do some 0 to 30s with everyone so you can get your characters built up all the way through the narrative. But Phoenix is one that I've put in there multiple times and no one ever votes for her. So I'll feel better if you do that style, David, because then at least one of us has done Phoenix, right? It will make sense. Oh, I am at the bottom of the chat. Excellent. How did I go? 6:36. I may be able to swap across to EU and quickly run that content with you, Para, if you're still here after this stream. So, yeah, that will be good. I will need a few minutes. I'll do bathroom break and have something to eat and all that jazz, but I'm going to leave it in this room, which is like, I say the other one is my favorite. It is, but this one is closer, easier to get to, and just such a close second. It's so pretty. So, guys, thank you so much to everyone who joined me. I really, really was not expecting you to. I thought this would just go up and people would watch it later. Thank you to everyone also who does watch it later. I appreciate you guys so much, and you really make my live streams fun. I'm not gonna lie. You make it so that I love creating videos. I'm not lying. I love creating videos. I love doing Future Laura. But when I get to chat with you guys, it's so much fun. You guys are awesome. So thank you to everyone who did join me. Thank you for all your comments and for the chat. I really, really appreciate it. And I know I'm predictable and I say the same thing every time. But guys, have a good one.